I was just thinking to myself just the other day, I was like, I want to make fun of Ethan Van Sciver again. It was kind of a crazy little happenstance what went down because, you know, if I actually go to my profile here on Twitter, okay, you know, we did this episode about Keanu Thomas. Is that her name? Thompson. Keanu Thompson versus Nick Rekieta. We did this episode. Then there's this fallout from it. Keanu and her mom are now in love with me, which thank you so much to the two of them. I will date your mom, Keanu. I got a hall pass from my wife for that one. I said, take a look at this. She said, you're good. She's all yours, my wife says to me. Anyway, I was thinking about it. You know, I did this episode and I decided to call it something like totally retarded because I had no idea what to call the episode. So I had to take off. Whoa, Drew W. Shield, everybody. A little cameo there. I decided to call it just to make people mad. I decided to call it the end of the Dabbleverse. Okay. And I did this I had this image in my mind of Keanu as Galactus gas. I'm huffing it right now. And so I called it the end of the Dabbleverse. And then I remembered like, oh my God, it wasn't even that long ago that I did the exact same bit. Cause I've got one joke. You guys know that, right? So I just do the same thing over and over again and people just keep falling for it anyway. So not that long ago, you know, I made fun of Ethan Van Sciver. I realized we did this one, the end of Ethan Van Sciver. And in my head, I'm like, that's the same title, basically. It was just to make people mad, just to make the Comicsgate. I wanted to make Comicsgate guys mad. Then I wanted to make Dabbleverse guys mad. That's it. That was the entire ordeal. So I'm sitting there thinking, I got to drum up a way to talk about Ethan Van Sciver again because it's really fun making fun of him. He's the throat goat. It would have been really nice if I had a goat sound effect right about then. Do we have a goat sound? Is that a thing that we've got built into our thing here somewhere? I bet we do. Let me see. Goat. No clue. Anyway, I had no idea what that was. Anyway, so I wanted to make fun of Ethan. And then wouldn't you know it, like, dear God just shone down from the heavens on me. When we pray hard enough, good things come our way. And we get to make fun of him again because Ethan Van Sciver apparently out of nowhere decided after watching Keanu that he now hates Nick Rekieta. And if you've been following along like we have, he was what they call nose guarding. Okay. He was baldo dashing or something. I don't know. They got terms. They got all sorts of terms for these things. Anyway, check this out. This is what's going on now. Like me, he saw this Keanu go after Nick and he was like, oh, this guy stinks. Oh, okay. I get it now. He's a loser. Watch this.
For the love of God, are Nick's friends even saying Kiki did a good job? Kiki in their turning on him. Okay. Ethan Van
it's Sciver. It's Sciver.
Sciver?
No, it's Sciver.
Sciver, however you would like to put it.
I would like to put it as throat goat. Let's simplify. Well, I guess she doesn't want to call him that because now he's saying he likes her. By the way, he likes her because she is a lady and he's it's very dry when he does it. That's why it makes that sound.
A known friend of Nicholas Rekieta right there, right? So he says, I'm just learning about this young lady. I love her, right? And then
which he said every single day, 15 to 20 to 500 times a day on Twitter. He's just scrolling by little ladies and going, I'm in love.
Let's take a look at the comments, shall we? Let's take a look at them. Gee, thanks so much. But before that, he goes, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Before that, he goes, somebody says, I was quite impressed with her recent performance. Again, another person that probably hated me before. Another person that probably hated me before.
Okay, calm down. You got to stop worrying about who's hating you and who's not, who's calling you an airhead and who's not.
Right? Or didn't know about me before. That's fine. I was quite impressed. There it is. Ethan Van Sciver. Shout out to you. Thank you for your kind words.
And again, he's the type of guy too, though, who will reach out to a person and be like, "Oh, I love you. I love everything you do," just so that you never make fun of him as a guy. He's terrified. He saw her destroy Nick Rekieta and he went, "Can't be me. I've already been destroyed by one long-haired airhead who's very cute, by the way, and I can't allow this to happen again." So he's now, and this is insane, flipped sides entirely. He's against Nick Rekieta. It's very, very exciting. Yeah, absolutely. Applause worthy for sure. We'll watch more of that in a second. But Nick is now losing his mind. You know, every friend he thought he had is disappearing because of this body cam footage. This body cam thing has been turning his fingers ice blue, glacier blue, they call it. And, think of whatever weird flavors they're coming up with for Gatorade you've got 500 blue, the worst flavor, by the way, of Gatorade. They got about 500 of them. They're always coming up with new names. I saw one, they got a blue cherry. That's not how cherries work. What you mean is blueberry. They've got a name for that already. Anyway, his fingers are changing color. This man is turning. He's like a chameleon. I don't mean in that he, will surprise you at any turn. He's constantly becoming a new type of guy. No, he is always devolving. It's getting worse and worse and worse. I went back and watched some old Nick Rekieta stuff. He was so fat and bloated from alcohol, I guess. I don't know. And then you go back and you watch that stuff, and then you look at him now. He's a haint. He's a wispy willow, a will-o'-the-wisp. He's a will-o'-the-wisp. He's floating around. He's a waif. And you look at him before, you look at him now, you go, this is working. Nice. You should do more of this, like Eugenia Cooney. He's starting to look like Eugenia Cooney, and you go, you could still stand to lose a few pounds. This is actually kind of working for you. You looked really gross before. He's a haint. So anyway, and he's blue. This is a scary guy. This is basically a corpse criminal. This thing, he's huffing so much galaxy gas at this point that, and all because he's, every time he turns around, a new guy is dropping and new people are making fun of him and new problems are on the horizon. Now, he did have a big dub. He scored a big dub against Kiwi Farms and Josh Moon, and they didn't take it well. I want to talk about this because we really got to get into the nitty gritty of this body cam thing. Anyway, he goes on stream. We're going to go over it tonight on the show. He goes on stream and starts showing disheveled pictures of his home to go, see, it's not that bad. And then I think that's how he talks. And then
exactly
something like that. And then you look at it and you go, that's bad. This is your defense. But I'll be honest, I think we can all agree. We're safe here, right? It's not as bad as you thought from the picture. And then everybody's going, it's a conspiracy. He's doctoring I know exactly everything that's going on, everything you believe in your heart and head, what you truly believe in your heart. I'm here to confirm tonight on the show that it is true. Okay, whatever you think he did in order to obfuscate and gaslight you with his home and the status of it and how filthy it is and how his children lived in squalor. The squalor is real because I received from an anonymous source, screenshots and a 2-second long clip of the body cam footage. Tonight on the show, we go over that and the fallout with Ethan Van Sciver. This is Pod Off.
I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. This is PODAWFUL. Joining me tonight on the program are, of course, the henchmen. Everybody's favorite part of the show, the henchmen. Guys, say hello. Okay, happy to be here.
Hello,
Hi, Jesse.
everybody.
Hello.
Hi. And then we also have, by the way, we're live over at podawful.tv Mondays, Thursdays, 7 or 8 p.m.-ish. Stop telling me, by the way, I'm late. Okay, when the show is beginning. You can't be late on the internet. It's not fucking possible. There's no schedules. This isn't TV, okay? Your time is meaningless. You know how I know? You care about the squalor of a man. So, got the live chat room going on over there. They're saying, by the way, Chris, can I be a henchman? Someone said, yeah, of course you can be a henchman. Everybody can be a henchman
easy.
as long as you're doing shit for me. And, you know, the henchman, by the way, who got me these screenshots, this footage from the body cam is insane. We learned a long time ago, I played it on the show, when Nick went on Dick Masterson's program, the Dick Masterson and Vito program, he revealed that he has the body cam footage, and he told them that he was going to show it to them, which means he's showing it. He's out there sharing it and showing it, and he's not the only one that's got it either. You know who else has it? Ape. Didn't even think of that, did you? Ape's got. Anyway, this thing, if you're around in the right back channels, this thing's being passed around. Okay? And nobody wants to share it. The people who do have it don't want to share it for obvious legal reasons. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. But I have been, and you guys know this if you're in the Discord, I've been searching and scrounging and scratching for this fucking footage. I thought it'd be so funny to get it before Kiwi Farms got it, you know? Put my watermarks all over. I'm not doing that,
Classic
by the way.
Jesse move.
Classic Jesse move. Just make the autists mad. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to gatekeep it. I'm going to show everything here on the program tonight for everybody, everything I've got. Now, this was sent. This is third hand of a third hand. It's not well recorded. Like, let's get real about this. This is the little bits that this person was comfortable with sharing. It is slightly censored. I put out a fully censored image on Twitter earlier to tease this. That's all that kind of censoring will be gone, obviously. But there are children in the video, and I don't know if this is censored by I don't think it is. I think the copy they have is not censored by the cops. So whoever gave this to me may have censored it themselves or something. I'm not sure. But there are the children in the video, which has been the big hang up on this. You know, the child shield has been activated on this for so long. That's gone as well. So the kids are safe. Well, they're not, because they live at the Rekieta household, but, you know. And these kids, by the way, I've seen them without the censor. They're Scarface, basically. So these kids are not... It's scary what's going on in this house. It's bad. These guys are... and you can't even tell what they look like anyway. Their faces are just covered in white at all times, which is a sort of racist kind of thing. Anyway, let's go back to the Keanu thing, the Ethan Van Sciver setup here.
I was quite impressed with her recent performance on a certain live stream. It was really funny getting to see someone who grew up highly socialized just completely trouncing social rejects who somehow have platforms. I don't know how they didn't see what she was doing. I don't know either. But I'm the retard. Okay.
But that worked. Like, that's not bad that it's work. Your retardation is working for you, Keanu. Use that.
Same here.
Exactly, Dirk. Yeah, we've got plenty of retards right here. We got Dirk. We got Chris. Well, Chris left. Chris left. This is crazy. 2 henchmen left mid. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Leaving at the beginning of the show. People are freaking out right now. I think it's this body cam thing. The body cam footage has people on pins and needles.
So then Ethan says, who I've learned is a buddy of Nick's, or maybe he was, I don't know. She absolutely destroyed Nick Rekieta. in that live stream. I've never seen him lose his cool like that. Rage doesn't sell on YouTube when someone is laughing at you, which is all I did. Because how could I not laugh at him?
So
how
true.
could I not?
So true.
I felt bad for Nick, but also Keanu came across as likable, which made it a double whammy. I don't know. I don't know anything about her though. So, and then got some it was just too funny is what I said. Fun, very romantic relationship for a long time.
This is the funniest clip from that whole debacle is him going, we were in a very sexual and very romantic relationship the whole time. I fucked it up because you got to get the there's this autistic thing that, you know, when an autism is hyperventilating, okay, which there's no better term. Start using hyperventilating, folks. Let me just throw out a little tip to everybody. When you start telling a guy he's hyperventilating on the internet, there's no comeback from that. He can't do anything about it because the more he reacts, the more he's now hyperventilating. It looks bad every single time. Hyperventilating. We have a term for this though when it's the autistic guys doing it. Dirk, you know the term I'm talking about, right? You've been listening to Pod Awful so long, you know exactly the term I'm going to say.
I forgot it.
Yep. I knew you could not.
I remember diaper ventilators.
Diaper ventilators.
I think that's a guy's name.
That's just a guy's name in Discord. Listen, we've got this term. It's nerd-adrenaline.
Oh,
nerd-adrenaline. When an autistic guy starts getting antsy and his back is against the wall, he activates nerd-adrenaline mode. And there's this thing, this autistic lilt/pause that happens where all of a sudden he goes, yeah, yeah. It's almost sexual. It's almost very sexual. No, so he starts going, all right, so let me try to get this one right. Nick goes, we were in a sexual and very... Fuck, that's so embarrassing to do. We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship. You know what it sounds like? It sounds exactly like my favorite drop.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Very excited. I got excited. Very romantic. Anyway, that clip is so funny. Well, we should steal that. Keanu's using that as a drop now. We should steal that. That's our drop now, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like I got to be honest.
To cover Nick Rekieta.
Exactly. Well, hey, here's the thing. With everything going, Ethan Van Sciver coming in here, Keanu, absolutely destroyed. What we've got here, by the way, Comicsgate is now colliding into the Dabbleverse because they are both dying. This is real. People don't fucking believe me when I say this shit. I said last episode, oh yeah, everybody's making fun of me. I predicted the end of the Dabbleverse. You're watching it end. And of course, we also began the end of the Comicsgate thing as well. And that's all Ethan Van Sciver. There's no Comicsgate without him, like there's no Dabbleverse without Aaron Imholt. So what they're desperately trying to do now is glom onto each other to hold on for dear life, to try to up their number. The Sector kind of did that too. Sector, Dabbleverse, total Sector death, total Dabbleverse death, total Comicsgate death. Now they're all clinging to one another. And with Nick melting down, all this stuff going on. By the way, I've now got Elijah Schaefer in my mentions on Twitter. We're making him mad. Misfit. I feel like the belle of the ball right now. It's wonderful. I feel magical right now. Do I have a sound effect for that? I feel I'm like the cock of the walk. I'm the belle of the ball. This has been really a great time for me to just sit back and enjoy everything going on. Every time I go to do an episode, I'm like, oh man, I got to plan a new fun bit. And then instead, Nick Rekieta just has a meltdown and I go, done and dusted. We're ready to go. Next episode in the bank.
I'll keep playing it. I will. And then he does say he actually messaged me and was very kind. Very kind.
LawTube, yeah.
He
nice. D Gulag In the chat says law tube included. Total law tube death. Now, that's the thing, though, is there was a time where if Nick Rekieta imploded, there'd be no more law tube. We're past that. He's not even. Maybe he is the biggest law. He's not, right? There's that legal eagle guy or something like that. But he's not even close to the biggest guy now. That certainly was true for a time. But yeah, there's some element of that in there.
And said, Nick was spurging out and
Elijah with some stunning admissions yesterday. Yeah, we're going after Elijah Schaefer, by the way.
Nice.
Elijah Schaefer's a full-on official 100% goon. Why does the camera always stutters when I do the goon alarm? I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's a big alarm.
It's a big alarm. It takes a lot of power to power the goon alarm 6 million. Anyway, Elijah Schaefer, we will be focusing in on him very soon.
Wouldn't get out of his DMs. And since Rekieta has blocked me, I can't, which is a badge of honor. I can't.
And I'm blocked by Nick. Blocked me recently. I'm also blocked by Keanu. I'm also blocked by Elijah Schaefer now. I'm blocked by Ethan Van Sciver. The world's most blocked man.
Reply.
But I don't look at those as trophies. Every time that happens to me, that's a loss. Okay, I might share them and laugh, but it is a 100% a loss every time that I hate that.
But
surprised Misfit Patriot hasn't blocked you.
Rekieta said
That's crazy. Yeah, Misfit Patriot hasn't blocked me, and I'm trying to go meet up with Misfit Patriot in Texas and learn how to Jewishly shoot guns. That's a real offer. I can't explain to you what goes on inside that troon's mind, but FTM Patriot. Misfist Patriot is offering Jewish people guns. Look out. And I'm not Palestinian, but it does scare me, And this is a thing too. I don't know if anybody else has already started banging this drum. This might be a cold take. Start doing this. Okay? No matter what you even truly believe. When you're on social media, stop referring to the Palestine, the troubles that are going, the unpleasantness in Palestine right now. Stop referring to that as a genocide and start being real, the real world, Miami. No, stop referring to it as a genocide and start referring to it as the Palestinian Holocaust. Okay. Now, maybe somebody's doing this already. I don't know. But I was thinking about this earlier today. I was looking at Misfist Patriots tweets and thinking about this. I start thinking Holocaust whenever I read his tweets. I don't know why. We're getting to the Nick Rekieta thing, guys. Settle down. So I was reading his tweets and I started thinking about it. I was like, we got to start calling this, because here's what you do. You do the Palestine Holocaust or the Palestinian Holocaust. And then over time, if we all do that enough, then you can just start shortening it to Holocaust. Listen, that word is not exclusive, okay?
No.
And that alone would be so funny. But then we pull a fucking double blind reverse. Nobody's going to see this coming. We juke on them. And we go, now we're going to call it the Showa. Imagine that. That would be stealing. That's bad. But if we can push it hard, we got to get Ye back on the side. But if we can push hard enough with this one, Palestine Holocaust, Showa. We got a new one. It's happening.
That you're so stupid if you like her.
Genius,
He's like,
brilliant, they're saying in the chat. Thank you so much, guys.
It really is.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. Again, people might be already doing this. I don't really pay that much attention to the news or, the political landscape of it all. But I do read Misfist Patriots tweets where he begs Jewish people for money. And every time I see that, I start thinking of the marching, the goose stepping you know, the political and war machine of a certain era.
He said, she ruined you. Like, what do you want me to do?
Let's watch this.
Okay, so now here's Ethan Van Sciver and his gaggle of morons. Golly, look at I mean, just look at them all. Why does it? People get mad at me for the henchmen. There's like 5 guys maximum with the henchmen usually. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 8 or 9 or 12 people. I can't count. But he's got a lot of people on there, and and they all get a camera. You know, by the way, Dirk is on camera right now. I'm not going to show him to you. Yeah. It's terrifying. Look, that's him right there. That's as much as you get to see. He's got a comedy She-Man tapestry going on behind him, which is actually pretty funny and cool. I'm not showing it to you. I refuse to show it to you. We're not prepared for that yet. But anyway, he gets to have all these henchmen. Anyway, so they're watching Superman, and they start talking about Keanu and Nick.
He makes Superman upset. Here she is, making Superman completely lose his shit.
We're in a sexual and very romantic relationship.
We're in a sexual and very romantic relationship. I wish I had a light that could turn me redder for whenever I do a Nick Rekieta impression.
Long
time. I mean, is that a close approximation to what we're going to
of this scene? Yeah.
This scene. This look on her face right here makes me laugh.
And very romantic relationship for a long time.
So he's straight up. This isn't just a turn. He's goofing on Nick.
The turn.
The turn. He is goofing on Nick. He's dumped. This is a dumping. This is what happens when a guy dumps his boyfriend. Now let's be very clear about something. Let's remember what Ethan used to say, okay, about Nick Rekieta. Do I have it here? This is how bad Ethan Van Sciver used to baldo wash.
Crazy Cat says, why is it wrong for Gary to go after Mark Hamill's granddaughter, but okay for you to go after Rekieta's children? I guess I'm just not as smart as you.
People are going after Mark Hamill's granddaughter. What is even life? What is the internet? I love it, by the way. I don't know why or what or for whom's purpose. I don't know who body doing this, but somebody is going after Mark Hamill's and she deserves it. Listen, I saw Mark Hamill pick cigarettes out of the trash and smoke them. Okay, this guy, he can't be hard up. The guy, there must be no person on the planet receiving more royalties from something than Mark Hamill, unless he got the worst Hollywood deal of all time. Oh, that was a non-union project. I didn't even think of that. Star Wars is like one of the, most successful indie films of all time. He's fucked. No wonder. The poor guy is fucked. Does he just make no money off of Star Wars? I don't know how it works. Anyway, he picks butts. He picks up butts. I've seen him do this. There's photos. You can Google it right now. Mark Hamill's smoking butt out there on the LA streets. His granddaughter probably deserves to be made fun of and harassed.
Wait a second. Why is it okay for Gary to go after Mark Hamill's granddaughter, but okay for you to go after Rekieta's children? You, sir, I'm not going after Rekieta's children.
Why not?
I am saying to them,
I guarantee you Nick has smoked a butt. It was Aaron Imholtz, but he still fucking smoked it.
I just like to say I'm fucking Nick Rekieta in the ass. Nick Rekieta and I are fucking each other.
I'm parenting them from a distance and saying, you guys, if you want to keep yourselves together as a family, you're going to have to stop making complaints about being neglected and abused.
So
stop whining.
This is so here's where we used to be in the Ethan Van Sciver Nick Rekieta relationship. He used to love Nick so much that it was the kid's fault that Nick got busted for coke, which, again, could actually see an argument being made for that.
When really what it is you need to learn to kind of take care of yourself. You're in a rotten spot. Nobody envies you, but a lot of kids do their own laundry. This was the complaint, right? We don't have clean clothes. We smell bad.
That fucking clean yourselves up. Jordan Peterson it.
What do you mean by clean? What do you
Clean
mean
your
by,
room, bucko.
What do you mean by penis? Exactly.
Chris, he's here debating.
Chris, don't start debating Jordan Peterson. This is going to look bad if you do that.
Okay? You're going to have to look after each other if you want the family to stay together. If not, you're going to get taken by Child Protective Services.
He's talking to the kids right now in this.
Yeah.
He's hoping they're watching, the 9-year-old.
Replaced in different homes.
So that he believes the children will be replaced. Like they'll just go out and get a new one, which is apparently their plan with their pug, by the way. They've been keeping it inside of a shit-filled bathroom.
All these things. I don't think that's what the kids want. So I'm not going...
Listen, as far as I know, Nick Rekieta is not in a gay marriage. He can't just go out and buy new kids. So I don't know if this is good advice.
Going after them. I'm just saying, guys, get it together and get ready, okay? Because this is you're in a terrible spot.
Yeah, somebody in chat already even knows this. They say neglecting your kids is cool because it builds character. Sciver's entire argument, this is how he throat goated it. Okay, his whole thing was like, it's good that this happened to the kids because it builds character. It's like, you write comic books. You should know some characters are bad. All right? You know what else builds character? Banging junk, sucking a cock for money. That builds character. Meanwhile, fucking Dan Fraga's kids out there doing it in the backseat of a car and you're getting upset about it. So, not really. That's a throat goat reference, just to be clear. But it builds character. I think filming your kid in the backseat pretending to suck dick builds character. What are some other great character building exercises we can do other than not bathing or eating? Mommy?
Do not tell people that you're hungry unless, like, you're...
Keep it a secret.
Really, unless there's no food in the fridge and all this stuff.
These are, by the way, I'm not sure who has it worse, the Rekieta kids or the victims of the Palestine Holocaust.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
None of us really know the entire situation. What we know is the shit that we see on the internet. We don't know. We just have these kind of rumors that are going around that have been amplified. The truth is a little bit obscured, and we do need to wait till more evidence comes.
Yeah, we're going to need some more evidence for if this is bad. For if the squalor dump of no eating, my parents are fucking and sucking, but not feeding, not clothing, not parenting. They're on drugs, by the way. We have instant access to the drugs. There's dog shit all over the house. For some reason, Dad is stocking up on whipped cream a lot. We're going to need a few more peer-reviewed studies on this to know for sure if this is bad.
Comes out, but I would still say I'm correct.
Yeah, well, okay, that's a fun way to say anything, to end any idea. Yeah, I'm going to go with I'm right, actually, about this. All right, so now, here's Ethan now, by the way.
Aren't there bigger losers than Rekieta to work?
No.
Dude. Marshall Harrison, how do you define what a loser is?
What do you mean by loser?
Really? I mean...
You mean one who has lost?
There are some people who I would call losers who never were, who never had anything to begin with. People like Sturgis are losers, but he never had anything to begin with. Is there a bigger loser in the sense of the word that means you lost massively than Rekieta?
Okay, now I follow.
And the answer to that is not that I can think of. Can you? Can you think of anybody who lost?
So Ethan Van Sciver has gone from saying his kids shouldn't have planted coke on him, to Nick Rekieta is the biggest loser on earth. There is, in fact, scientifically, the evidence is in. We've gotten this double-blind studied. The science agrees. Nick Rekieta, absolute biggest fucking dork loser ever.
Bigger than Nick Rekieta? I can't. And I like the guy, I think, in a way. I mean, in a
You
way.
think?
I'm honestly, I'll be honest about it. I'm on edge about it a little.
Oh, so you're not being honest before.
Bit because of this new video. A little on edge about it. Here's what I want for Nick. Let me just say this. This is what I would like to see. And it's astonishing. I'm like 15 years older than Nick, I guess. How old is, no, maybe 10 years.
Jesus Christ, how fucking old is Nick?
But I'm older than Nick. And I look at Nick's life and I just go, how is your life so fucked up already, dude? You got plenty.
I've got an idea. Have you heard of the galaxy gas? This dude is, listen, he's firing the nos. Okay. Hit the nos. Hit the nos. He's, because it's about family. And Nick has been living his life a quarter of the mile at a time. He's a fast and furious kind of guy, is what I'm saying. I mean, furious for sure. There's a lot of fury going on in Nick's life, but it's about family. So, I don't know. And we know that Ethan Van Sciver has at the very least tried crack. Okay, I don't know how deep his crack roots go, how much if that was a one-time, you see a couple troons hanging out, I'll hit the pipe. Why not? Maybe that's what happened to black people when the CIA started putting it in their neighborhoods. They were like,
oh, yeah.
Okay, what's the hurt? I mean, one time, why not? I always hear him say they started sprinkling crack rocks in the ghetto, and that's why black people are addicted to crack. And I hear that and I go, that would not addict me to crack, me personally. You could leave a breadcrumb trail, Hansel und Gretel style of crack, and it's leading to a big golden set of titties or something. And I would still not smoke every rock along the way. I would maybe admire one. And I would not pick up the breadcrumb trail. I would want to find my way back. I would know I'm being lured, is what I'm saying. I would know that this would be some sort of lure to my death, and I would not smoke the crack. But maybe this is, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever even been around crack. Maybe you get a crack pipe near you. It's a little crack, a couple hot troons, lighten up. I don't know how many troons there were in the ghetto back in the 80s or whatever, but it has to be thousands, if not millions. Because number one, we know they're all on the DL. And number two, I heard this, it's, by the way, happy Pride. Happy Pride, everybody. Am I right?
Yeah. Brave.
Happy Pride to everybody out. Our entire audience who are all celebrating Pride this month. I checked the logs. It's all of you. So it's Pride. I learned this very recently. Somebody said this. I can't remember what the context was, but I think it was one of those Jubilee videos, that surrounded thing, like I was showing you guys before. Somebody asked a gay guy on Surrounded. They were like, do you know who started the LGBTQ movement? And the gay guy instantly said, Black trans women. And I was like, what? It didn't even think those existed until the other day. Turns out they were ahead of the curve. These are some of the gayest. They're the thought leaders of gay guys, is black trans women. So they were in the ghettos, and CIA came in there and threw fucking crack rocks at their babies' heads. And those babies looked over at the troons and went, I guess I gotta get on this. How else will I explain that I'm a crack baby if I'm not smoking crack?
Plenty of time. Pace yourself. What I want to see. I want to see Nick stay sober, stay off of drugs, stop getting high, Pay attention.
Stay awesome and a ninja.
Your wife, Kayla, stop fucking around outside of your marriage. Okay? And it's only anyone's business because it's on the internet nonstop and you're talking about it.
You're helping.
And make things right with your kids. I mean, the fact that you're not in jail right now is a fucking miracle. The Jews would call that a mitzvah.
Whoa.
Why are you not in
okay, Misfit Patriot over here. Damn.
Prison right now. You have a
Misfit Van Patriot.
Another chance. And you're telling me and you're telling everybody that you're not addicted, you're not an addict. And what you're doing whippets? You're getting high in a way that like drug tests aren't going to be able to discover. Like you found a loophole so that you can continue.
Listen, he's smarter than drugs. I keep explaining this to everybody. Okay? Nick Rekieta is smarter than drugs. He found a loophole in drugs. Okay, so I'm not allowed to do drugs. We'll see about that. You know, I am a lawyer. And what exactly do these random drug tests test for? Oh, okay. So you're telling me nitrous oxide is not on the list. Well, then I will have to write that down as not a drug.
You to get high and get blasted out of your mind. And act like this. I mean, your voice sounds completely different. Your manner, your attitude sounds crazy. Here's what I want to see. I want to see that you're clean and sober, like you say that you are. And that means don't fucking do whippets. Don't be high. Because when you're high, you make stupid mistakes.
This is starting to sound like a guy talking to himself, by the way. Like, if you remove whippet, replace it with crack.
Stop it. And you're destroying yourself. You're destroying your fucking brain. You're destroying your body. If you're going to do that, at least do it with food.
A cock.
Yeah, well, listen, there's a lot you can go out and destroy. If you're near a T&J's Pizza, you never know what might get destroyed. This is, again, he's even going to say, like, stop cheating on your wife. Stop it. Stop stepping out on your marriage. Think of the kids.
Like me. Okay, that's the first thing.
So he even says, like me.
If you're going to do that, at least do it with food, like me. Okay, that's the first thing.
All right, we know what you're talking about. The pizza place.
Second thing is, what is this? Like, get away.
Two guys, no girl in a pizza place. The Ethan Van Sciver story.
From these
have I already done that joke? I bet I have. I bet if you go back to the fucking Throat Goat episode, I made that exact same joke.
Other women or this other particular woman, she's not your wife. You have a wife.
She's not trans. Come on, Ethan, get it together. You have a wife. She's not even trans. You don't even have to smoke crack to be with her. Stop smoking the crack. Ethan, come on. Get it together.
Fix things with Kayla.
He smacks himself. Nothing happens. His eyes just go even more hollow.
Fingers turn even more blue.
Well, that's Nick. We're talking about Ethan here. I don't think you're following. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Chris not following along. Chris is on a little bit of the CIA stuff himself right now, if you know what I mean.
Fortunate that you
you gotta stop smoking weed, man. This is
never.
I know you're saying you're an addict. Yeah, never. That's crazy to say. Never. You're gonna be what, 90 smoking weed like a fucking dork? How old a fella are you, Chris?
Legally allowed to smoke weed.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, give me a range here. What decade are you in at the very least?
I'm in the range of a Jesse age.
No. You're older than me. I'm young and hip and beautiful. What are you, 40-something?
Classified.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as yes, because if it was not that, you would have been like, no, I'm not that fucking old. So 40-something, probably late 40-ish, something. And you're sitting there and you're thinking, yeah, I'll be 50 smoking weed, man. It's still cool. Who are you trying to impress? The teenagers behind the chain link fence that I assume you stalk around? You know, they invented anti-cruising laws for exactly this reason. Chris, we were just talking about this the other night.
Introduced this woman to the entire internet. No, you guys don't even know Andrea. Like, you've seen a little bit of
talking about his wife now,
her and stuff like that. But I protected Andrea for the most part. You know a little about her. She's not on the show. She'll never be on the show.
She might be on this show.
But Kayla is on the internet, and people know who she is, and people connect you two together, and you call her Lady Racket.
One day I'm going to get Kayla on this show. Now, it will take a lot of forgiveness for that to happen. I have called her the same name a lot since 2016. But she's our wife, so I should be allowed to bring her on the show. I told Nick this. This is why Nick blocked me on Twitter, by the way. He DM'd me. We had this DM back and forth. I talked about it in a Primo episode. But I referred to his wife as our wife, and he got mad in the DMs and blocked me for it. One day, she's going to Weisenheimer up and leave Nick behind. And when she does... oh, there's not going to be a Keno Casino interview. No. Oh, this is the craziest, most insanest. Oh, buddy! I'm going to get in there. I'm going to get Kayla. Our wife is going to be on the show. I'm going to have her fly in to the moon, have her live in studio, sitting on my lap. We'll have to pass the microphone back and forth between us to interview her. She would agree to do that, I think. By the way, in the scenario where she leaves Nick and wants to humiliate him, I told Nick, I said, one day one of these women's going to make the rounds. They're going to start making the podcast rounds, and one of them's going to wind up on the program. And I don't think it's Ape. I actually think I've got a better shot with cross-eyed wife than I do with Ape. And yeah, I'm gonna have her sitting here. I'm gonna dress her up like a henchman. We're gonna take the TV off of her head, go surprise. We're gonna hold the Nick blackface doll while we do it, laugh at him. She's gonna reveal all the secrets. We're gonna look at his nudes together. She's gonna share her phone with me and go, look at this one. And I'll be like, are you fucking serious? No way. And then she'll say to me, she'll look at me and she'll go, your girl didn't do too bad, did she? And I'll go, what the fuck? What? Yuck. No. Ew.
You invested a lot of people in your marriage, your union with her. People, I don't know how much she's involved in this or how much any of this is her choice, but I'm sure she.
LOL. Our wife is so fucked up. She never asked for any of this. Fucking poor girl. Wrong. Yeah, everybody. Oh my God. The pussy pass, man. Everybody loves giving these wives the pussy pass as if they're not involved. They're involved. Okay? The wife is always involved. Guess what? What do you think they're fucking talking to their wife about all day? They're talking about this stuff. The wife is throwing out ideas. They're using those ideas. I make this very clear with Kelsey. I go, I use her as a backboard for my ideas. I'll go up to her and I'll be like, this, and this. And then she'll be like, what about this? And I'll go, that's retarded. I'm never doing that. And it's just a way for me to hear my own ideas back and realize how stupid they sound. And then I get a worse idea from her and I go, these ideas aren't sounding so bad now all of a sudden. And I'll never use any of her ideas because then she's involved. All these other guys, they're dummies. They're getting their wives involved. The wife is a part of it. And Kayla Rekieta had a cute name for the show. Lady Rackets. By the way, a lot of you sick, pride-loving, celebratory guys out there. Everyone doing a little celebrating. Everyone getting elegant this month. You out there, we're calling her this. You'll never catch me dead. Not once have I ever seriously called her that. Lady Rackets. It's so gay. And, the whole reason I got wrapped up in this Nick thing is because I made fun of his wife before either of them were internet people at all. That is the entire purpose of all of this, is I made fun of his wife. And I was told, no, you're not allowed to do that, Jesse. The pussy pass. And back then you might have been right. But Nick did this dastardly thing. And now we all know and agree this is what he's getting up to. Okay? Here's what he does. He's a manipulator, right? He's smarter than drugs. He's smarter than everybody. He's the smartest little boy in the room. He will do these little moves to try to, he's moving the pawns around to try to set up for the next thing. So when people would ask him about his wife, a normal person would just ignore that. You don't have to respond to that at all. But what he did is he made her a character. Why did he do it? Because his daddy, Juju, did it.
I'm a killer gorilla.
Dick Masterson's got a nickname, a cute little nickname for his wife. He made her a character on the show. Nick wanted to become Dick Masterson. He made her a character on the show. She's Lady Rackets. That way I'm not giving out her name. They didn't hide the name. They didn't even hide her fucking pussy. Okay? If you were in the high enough level of locals, you could have fucked her. And he would have been saying, you want to fuck Lady Rackets? Join my locals. It's like, okay, do we really need to anonymize her with the gayest nickname? I get it, because people don't know how to say your last name. You dork. You loser. And so that was foisted upon her against her will. She became Lady Rackets. Now she's a character. Now the people have something to refer to her as, which means the fucking loneliest, most desperate creeps will start referring. So it probably went from, hey, how's the missus, to, is Lady Rackets thinking of decorating your house for Christmas? You ever see these comments? You start wondering about the horrifying freaks like Chris, who watch shows and they start having these thoughts. No offense, Chris, who have these thoughts about their guy, their internet guy, and they're like, they want to know, do you do normal people stuff? By the way, when they ask that, it means they don't. So it's even sadder than you initially imagined. So now these guys are going to say Lady Rackets. Then it becomes a thing. Now she's hearing through the grapevine. The grapevine, by the way, being the guy who looks like a fucking literal grapevine. Nick Rekieta. He's whispering in her ear, they said Lady Rackets. And in her head, she's probably like, ugh, Lady Rackets, what? But then you say it over and over again and it becomes a thing. Then she starts getting introduced to the show. And at a certain point, she got in her head, I'm a character. And she wanted the attention. Because of course she did. She's a woman. So she fell for it. That's what Nick was setting up for her to do. And of course, all of that was a chess move in order to swing the swinging. In order to get to that level. He was trying to move it to that point the whole time. And if the wife is in on it, or the girlfriend or whoever, with any of these streamers, if they're in on the stream thing, like I've said before, these women, they'll contact the lowliest of internet dudes, okay, for attention. Trust me. And that's how I met your mother, kids. You watch this back. I started. Wait, hang on a second. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's me, Flintock.
It's me, Flintock? Is that what you said?
It's me, Clintock.
Oh, hey, Clintock. What's up, man?
Oh, shit. The Star Wars character?
The Vintox.
Uh-huh. Man, I hope this bit goes somewhere soon. I'm live.
I can tell.
you can tell because I have energy and I seem like I'm listening.
It doesn't sound like you're just awoken or are just about to go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Clintock News.
Okay, I hate this thing. Brian, I gotta go. I'm live and I hate whatever you're doing. This blows. This is the worst.
Okay,
This is what Sam Hyde's paying you for, by the way.
This specifically, yeah.
Have you been doing? I hope you get fired. I really do.
The doc does not appreciate that.
Fuck you. All right, bye. Anyway, sorry, that was Ryan Katzer Rivera. My mic. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, so he tricked Kayla into becoming part, and that was also he could fuck. These women will fuck any of the lowliest internet dudes ever for the crummiest crumb of attention, of steps, of a stepping stone to something. And he knew that if she's now part of the streaming, now she's on the plate too for when the women come. And sure enough, it worked. That's how Ape and Aaron happened, by the way. He's a master manipulator. Okay, it all worked out for him, folks. Buddy, it all, Guap, thank you, chat. It all worked out for him in the end. That's what these people get up to. So they're involved. The women, the wives, they're part of it. This whole cope from Sciver about, oh, she doesn't deserve, she's not even in this world. She was on Nick Rekieta's stream revealing one of the most embarrassing stories I've ever heard until every other story that they ever created, the Rekieta household, after this, where she said that she went to a masseuse and all he did was massage her tits and rub her nipples. He gave her a titty twister. And then Nick is like, yeah, okay, that seems fine by me. Because, you know, he forgot. He forgot that that's not normal for guys. You know, he's watched so many dudes flick her beans that she's got more than one that it didn't even occur to him this was strange for her to say on the stream. And so everybody in chat's going, what the fuck? This is a real story if you don't know it, by the way. And then it turns out in the story, she goes, so I went back the next day and he gave me purple nurples and I liked it. That was the story. That was essentially the story. While Nick's slave looked on, by the way, go, yes, that's right. Yeah. You know that's right, Nick. I'm gonna fuck your wife too. Beep. So, I don't know. This whole story about the wives, you got to think of the wives.
You know, she's an adult. I'm sure she's responsible for a lot of this, but man, those 5 kids.
Cool beans. Someone says in chat. Cool beans.
Those 5 kids at home, dude.
We are going to get to the footage, the body cam footage, okay? We got to get to that point, though. People are tuning out. They're like, I can't take any more of this guy. I'm here for one thing and one thing only, my autism. I need to know if the man's house is dirty. His house is dirty, okay? We're going to see it.
There are a lot of fun choices that you might have thought.
I must be right about his house.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
You had, and I'm watching these videos on a list of clips where you're talking about the fun choices that you have. You're out there to have complete and total fun. You've got 5 kids.
How many kids does Ethan Van Sciver have, by the way?
Choo choo, all aboard the Beachheart Express.
Is everybody leaving right now?
5 kids at home.
For months and months and months while he was dragging her name through the mud online.
I've never seen this look on Nick's face. I've never heard this voice.
I've never seen any other look
coming from Nick.
This voice, this is just how he talks, like normal. Oh, you mean you're used to hearing him go like last time Ethan had watched Nick, he was junking off. So,
but again, I don't know him. I mean, I watch his show every now and then. I don't know the guy. Okay, like I don't know him, and clearly I don't.
You just know that his kids were the problem.
Know him. This is like insanity here.
Lawtism,
but it's fun.
October 27th.
You know, it's amazing. Like April must be. I mean, she's like that. People are fighting over this one girl. Like I've never.
This is actually a great point. I started to like Ethan Van Sciver a little bit here. All the Comicsgate guys are going to get mad at me for saying that, but This is actually a really great point.
Scene. These are all nerds that are fighting over a pretty blonde girl. and her like her ex-husband too.
April of Troy. It's like the fucking ships were launched over this fucking Midwest 6.
Total geeks, total nerds fighting over a pretty blonde. And it's come down to this. Who's
By the way, if you want to call into the show, podawful.com/cult. It's our Discord. You can join in by joining the call-in line over at podawful.com/cult.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. Yes. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
We'd love to take your call. If you've got any thoughts or feelings or questions about any of this. And again, we do have that footage coming up soon. So any questions about the footage, we will take as well.
Please call in Citizen M.
That's not happening. Come on.
April is in the catbird seat, I guess. Ultimate victim. Everybody's protecting her. Everybody's outraged on her behalf. Everybody is abusing her to everybody else's perspective. I mean, I've never seen simping like this. You want to know what simping is? It's this.
A guy in chat said, and this is a guy who had a good chat before, and now we got to take away points. Okay, we are going to start gamifying Pod Awful, and so there will be a point system in the chat room. You are losing now, D Gulag. He says, would smash ape. No one cares? No dude ever needs to know. Oh, you'd have sex? Cool.
High five.
By the way, like every time a guy says that, it's the grossest thing ever. Like, is Ape the ugliest lady ever? No. But this guy has done unspeakable harm to her pussy. And I mean that literally. Like her favorite sexual moment with him involved blood. Okay. And you're like, oh, I gotta get in there. I gotta be a part of. Who are you? Ape's
Sounds like Shaman's new girlfriend.
Yes, exactly. It's a very shamanistic sort of thing, Lenny. Thank you for saying that. It's a scourge amongst men. It's a scourge upon the internet. This wood. We got to stop with wood. No more wood. I don't want to know. No one wants. Have you ever seen a guy say this and been like, all right, yeah, let me, good. I was wondering, I've been thinking about this, and turns out D Gulag, my favorite chat room guy, would have sex with a Midwest 6. All right, thank God. And by the way, oh wait, shit. Let me go to my wood page here. Here we go. Now, let me write in ape. All right, now there's a big question mark next to this. Would I have sex with ape? Let me think about it. Well, she's not fat. Would! That's basically all it is. That's basic. These guys, every time they say they would have sex with a lady, it's because she's not fat. She's not like deformed. She's not decrowed. By the way, this is my wood page. What do these stand for, by the way? Is that against YouTube?
Oh, not again.
Smells Nick, right?
I can't stop doing that. That's crazy. Yeah, it spells Nick. That was Nick. We were playing Hangman and you win, Lenny. Congrats. Yay! Those were pictures of rocket ships. Wood. D Gulag's in chat. He saw those penises. He's like, wood. WOOD. Yeah.
Who would let a woman completely destroy your multi-million-dollar life and reputation like this? That's what simping.
I hope you lose $1 million.
Thing is, my God, it's crazy. I mean, this is just my perspective as an outsider. Again, I'm not following much of this. I watched this. I watched a couple of things. I know this. I know that. Nick Rekieta was in my DMs the other day.
This is crazy. Listen to this. Nick is doing moves. He's doing damage control.
I know this, I know that. Nick Rekieta was in my DMs the other day telling me something that seemed completely irrelevant to anything. It was minutia. He's focused on the minutia rather than the big picture.
So what happened was Nick saw Ethan turn on him and he runs to it. He's like, let me explain. I can explain everything, how I'm actually good and right and not gay. I can actually explain how I won that fight with Keanu. He thinks he's like, Bernie's still got a chance out there. I believe that she can win. He's doing that with his own fights.
What's gone wrong with his life. And that's why he's continuing. That's why he's spiraling and screaming.
Unspooling.
At Keanu. And, people in the chat right now, you might be saying, well, out of context, this is just people yelling. This is just the explosion at the end.
That's also in context, by the way.
Of this fucking disaster that we've been witnessing for the past year. What does it matter? Nick Rekieta got up at Hackamania and showed April's DMs to everybody. So what? Keanu's like, did you have permission to do that? That's just her pushing his buttons. Did he have permission to do that? No. I guess not. But maybe he feels.
Do you need permission to do? Well, where did we even invent this idea? I don't need your permission to share your DMs or your text messages to me. Okay, I get to choose. You sent them. You were stupid for doing that. That's on you.
It's like he did, or who cares? It's irrelevant. Nick, stop doing drugs.
Yeah.
Stop getting high. I don't care what it is. I don't care if there's a loophole way around. Government can't find you. It doesn't come through in your pee test, whatever it is. Stop fucking.
He started thinking about the pee. He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, pee.
Fucking getting high.
Stop. He started thinking about the drugs, and that made him think about the tranny that he got
let's not
the
say
crack off
certain
of.
words there, champ. Come on. The champy, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. The champy. So, no, I agree. He is about to start talking to himself here. Here's what you need to do, okay? Imagine an Ethan Van Sciver style comic book thought balloon, okay? And inside the thought balloon is the exact same picture of Ethan Van Sciver as he says this.
It is. Stop fucking getting high. Stop chasing other women. Make things right with Kayla.
Women is in quotes when he thinks that.
Fix your family. Clean your fucking house.
Clean your room!
And I mean that
he's looking down while saying that.
Yeah, because he knows. He knows that. Listen, he's switching sides because he's a clout goblin. Everybody understands what's really going on here. You don't have to say
Not the only type of goblin he is.
But what's also going on here is, he does understand, even though he's stupid and there ain't a fucking thing going on behind those hollow eyes. This dilapidated pumpkin does get that people are going to find them old clips and then compare them to now. And he knows that he looks silly.
In every sense of the word, like phrase, clean your fucking house.
There's only one. By what other
wash your penis?
What other sense of that phrase is there, really? Clean your house? I get get your house in order. That means another thing. Did you mean that?
You're the man of the house, dude. You're the man of the
No.
Kayla should be cleaning.
Number one, Kayla. Or they're rich. Hire somebody. But
they had 2 women in the house. Why is it that bad when there was 2 women?
Well, the problem is they hired a nanny. Her name was Ape. And she didn't do any cleaning at all. Except of, the cocaine off of a mirror.
The house, you've got a woman and 5 children depending on you. The time to do whippets was college. If you were going to do it, the time to have crazy weird.
Just don't do whippets. That's my personal recommendation.
Sex was before you
was college. Experimental sex, that's college. Trust him, okay? You don't want to be outside of a T&J's.
Married. Stop it, man.
There you go. Ethan Van Sciver. Dumps. Nick Rekieta. It's over. He's walking away from it, washing his hands of it. And here's why, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is.
Okay. There's a dirty cat house tower and filled trash bags on the patio.
Okay. It's a fun way to start any video, really. So there's all this hubbub of trying to get the body cam footage. We've all been excited for it. I'm excited for it. I said from the beginning, the second it's out there, I'm going to cover it. Even if a million other people are covering it, we're covering it. You gotta. Everybody's going to find a new crumb that nobody else noticed before. There's going to be one dirty something balled up somewhere that only one guy sees. So we all got to be, this is it takes a village. Okay, is what I'm saying. So, yes.
Somebody with the username Keanu C. Thompson is in the call.
No shot.
That can't be.
It cannot be the real Keanu, can it?
It's me.
What the?
Oh my God.
Prove it. Do you have a camera that you can turn on and prove that you're a lady?
I don't know how this works.
Okay, it's
all right. I was put in a Discord. Well, you want me to? Well, is it going to put me on screen if I turn it on?
Yes.
Press the camera button.
I don't know.
That's for us, not for the show.
Only I will see you, and then nobody else. It's just for me.
Do you think it's not me?
No,
hello, chap.
Yes, it's very clearly you. Only one person sounds like this.
Was she British there for a second?
Yeah. Listen,
no.
all girls are British for a second when they're trying to be funny. Ladies and gentlemen.
Jesse, you called into my show speaking in a fake British accent.
Shut up.
So I thought that you would realize. Yeah.
Shush. Now, do not, by the way, thank you for joining the program. Do not destroy me. Okay?
No, I just wanted to. All I wanted was the impression of Rekieta and his like little boy angry voice. I think you have a bit wrong, and I was going to do it for you.
Please, I would love it.
It's this. It like revs up. It's we were in a very sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time.
It's like starting one of those little baby motorcycles at a guy, right? Yeah, I hear it. You got to rev it a little bit. You're right.
You got to rev it a little bit. I wanted to help you out with that.
What's the beginning of the line? We were in a very sexual.
So we were in a sexual.
We were in a sexual.
And a very romantic relationship for a very long time.
And very romantic relationship for a very long time.
Very good. Very good.
Wow, that was nice. Yeah.
Yes, you got to rev it up a little bit.
Kiki teaches.
I like that. I'm not going to ever refer to you as Kiki, by the way. That feels like saying Lady Rackets to me. You're Keanu. Chris can call you Kiki. Anybody else? Do you even like being called? Is that something you started, or did other people choose that for you?
My good friends call me Kiki or Keeks, but I'm still not sure how much you like me. So you can call me Keanu for now.
Yeah,
that's
well,
fine.
I would even if we were best friends, I would never ever call you Kiki, and that's a promise.
I get it. That's fine. Thank you for calling me my given name.
I don't
named after Keanu Reeves.
I don't like. Are you really named after the guy?
My parents are big Point Break fans, so yeah.
I believe that. Having met your mother, I do believe. By the way, is there still a chance with me and Mom, or because she was digging?
Still telling her that. No.
Your mom said I was cute, and I remind her of her high school buddies, and women,
that's right.
They're constantly thinking back to those high school years. Ooh, if I could do it all over again. She was trying to picture me taking her to prom.
Maybe. Well, you do have that look. She is 69 years old, so you know. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck yes.
But
bet she
but
can.
also, and what was it on the show that you said you were making fun of Nick when I have the texts. I am the one that just fucking killed us. It just killed us. So shout out to you. Good job.
You know, I listened back to that, and you said at one point that he was like basically Dennis Reynolds from It's Always Sunny, and then I heard back I didn't have that thought, but then I heard back my impression of him going, "I am the one with the texts. It is me," and I'm like, that's what I'm doing there too. It's like
I am the one. I have the text messages. It just fucking killed me. Gino will tell you. He was like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, I rewound it back 1,000 times. It was the funniest thing I ever heard, and that's what he's like. But with me again, here you go. You got to rev it up. We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to pick up. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but somebody here in our Discord was doing Rekieta impression right before the show. And it
Cast Iron was
it Cast Iron? We got to get Cast Iron in here. You got to hear Cast Iron's impression. He doesn't do the amped up Nick. He does the more mundane, level Nick, which is a very rare Nick, by the way, at this point. It's an extremely rare form. But it was really good. He had like a very good take on Nick where I was like I'll be honest, I was a little jealous of his impression.
Yeah.
Now
I did a dramatic reading of the body cam footage on my program on Saturday where I did my best Nick impression, and what did he say? You still have no probable cause. like sort of like that. That's how I imagine it going.
What do you think with you must be excited for the body cam footage to be released, right?
I don't want to see it. Didn't those fucking notes? Well, I guess they wouldn't make you, but they made me sick to my stomach.
So I'll be honest, I haven't read them. I only heard a little bit of Josh Moon reading them. Here's my take on the whole thing. Nick got a dub. Okay. And it's unfortunate because, you had just destroyed him. You just smashed him. And now, right after that, they pulled whatever legal maneuver in order to block this thing from coming out. And that pissed off Josh Moon. And Josh Moon's, he's an autist himself. He got a little baby brained over it. And he started panicking because he knew that publicly this was going to look like he got an L, and he did. And I think he did the wrong thing by having this document and reading it and putting it out there for everybody. I think we would have been way better off waiting for the footage, because now the sheen is off. The hype is not quite as hype. I will admit, this is my thought, by the way, when it first happened. I said this to my wife. I was like, I don't know, the bloom's off the fucking rose now. A little bit, just a little bit. Like, I'm excited to see the footage, obviously, but it's not the level of excitement that it was before. It's like getting a spoiler to, the big movie coming out,
Like why? Yeah, like watching the preview nowadays, right?
Yes.
But do you think that he did the right thing, like showing his like ridiculously filthy house, but not the other photos of the filthy house?
Oh, so we're just about to get in to the pictures here, but I've been sent by an anonymous third-party source. I have been sent some screenshots of and a very small clip of apparently the actual body cam footage.
Oh boy!
Now, have you seen? Because you don't still talk to Ape, right?
No, and I understand that, but I think she's like Nick said, and she's just trying to get away from everything, and so of course I'm not gonna call her or try and talk to her, but that's my thing about the body cam footage. Obviously, I would have to watch it, but I don't exactly want to, but I would have to. So do you think there's a chance that it would really come out? I don't see that happening.
I thought it was coming out this week. I 100% thought so. And that's why Nick scored such a massive dub on that one. Is like, I think everybody.
But then why show pictures like being like, yeah, look, it's my house.
I have a lot of theory. Do you believe these photos are from the day of, all of them? Because I got theories on that.
No. Fuck no.
That's what everybody's saying that. Now I've seen what I believe to be the actual body cam footage, and I have to agree that there's some trickery going on, but we'll get into that.
But even the ones that he showed, why would you even show those?
It doesn't
and there
fix
was one
anything.
with a police officer in it. That must have been real. But the rest, I'm like, even so, those still looked like fucking shit. Why is your house? How is this a win for you? Your house is in such fucking disarray because your nanny quit. I'm not talking about April. Your other nanny quit because she had enough. And it's like, it's just even. And then he shows a photo of all the drugs or whatever. It's like, I understand you have children, but it's even creepier. You show a picture of your living room with, yes, it's in complete disarray, and then you cut to a picture of all of your drugs.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? It doesn't make sense to me. Oh God.
The reason I asked if you still talk to Ape at all is I would have to assume she has access to the body cam footage, because I know
absolutely
she's got it, right?
Yes.
So she never showed it to you? She never showed it to you?
No, no, but we were never best friends in the entire world. We were friends, and she reached out to me because of how Nick was fucking treating her. Yeah.
Wasn't she at your wedding?
No, she wasn't, because she was fucking, Nick got her hooked on drugs, and then so she couldn't be a bridesmaid in my wedding.
But you had to know, you knew all this was going down back before it was all open and out there, and you saw the hot tub stream, and you're like, ugh, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Gino and I had no idea. We asked her, if you watch back the footage of we asked both of them to be in our wedding. They read it on their show. This was when April and Aaron were still doing the show together. She's so kind of, how shall I put it? Kind of out of sorts, and we had no fucking clue what was going on.
You mean
we had no
idea?
She
was cracked out.
Yeah.
Just fully cracked out.
Yes, exactly. Gourd. Right. So, and then it all came out, and we were like, all right. But she wasn't going to answer me anyway. I would have still had her in the wedding. I don't care if you but there was I don't even want to give you that information.
Yeah,
but,
and you saw Kayla's tits in that photo, right? That Aaron sent to Gino.
I sure did.
You saw her. Was it just titties, or was it a full body pic? What was the deal with there?
It was a photo that she walked into Aaron's studio, ooh, and she posed for.
It was in his studio.
I mean, I'm not calling her ugly or anything. It was fine.
Hang on. It was in his studio?
It was in Aaron's studio, yeah.
And Aaron took the photo?
Yeah.
Another win for the show.
But that's why Nick is so mad. Yeah, that's why Nick is so angry about it.
Hang on a second. So Aaron owns the copyright to that photo.
Well, you shouldn't send photos of people that are nude.
It was taken with permission. The photo was taken with permission. It's not a photo she sent to him.
Oh, absolutely. It was not a photo. Nick would like you to think that it was she was sleeping and he lifted up the blanket and took a photo of her or something. No, she was standing there posing for the photo.
What her fucking pussy look like, by the way?
Listen, it was a standing photo, so it wasn't like
so she was tucking it. She was tucking it in so you couldn't see.
It was all tucked. It was all tucked in, the whole everything.
And then the tit.
Exactly.
Now, and everybody's like, "Oh, she looks
That's
like she's
exactly how I put it to the police officer."
A lot of these fucking sick freaks out there, like D Gulag and shit. They think like, "Oh, she's actually got a set of knockers on her." But do they swing low, sweet chariot with the top down, or?
I didn't think it was I thought it was a nice photo of a lady standing naked in Aaron's studio. That's all I thought.
She's got her stupid tattoo there that now Nick has tattooed on his cum gutters. And
oh, listen, I didn't fucking study it, but there were a lot of tattoos, and she's got the Nick tattoo underneath a tit. Yeah, right.
Did it feel more artistic, or was it a very sexual photo?
Imagine a woman walking nude into your studio off camera and putting her hand on her hip and standing there and posing for a photo, and so that's what it was.
Posed. I mean, she legitimately was basically asking for it.
Oh, and absolutely, they were lovers, right? So she walks in like, "Ooh, I'm going to entice my lover by walking into his studio naked, completely fucking naked." He takes a picture. She smiles, poses, and that was that.
Citizen M on suicide watch right now. Now let me just ask you this, because this is what I always feel like gets lost in the miasma of all of this.
Okay.
Everybody calls, and I know people are going to accuse you're friends with Aaron still, you work with him, you just hosted a show recently or whatnot. But let's leave that behind. Let's leave that behind for a second, because we both know Aaron is like a dolt, and he's like.
Well, I recognize Aaron's foibles. I think he does as well.
I would say Aaron's stupider than you. By the way, you were like really upset that I said you were dumb, but Aaron's way.
I know. I get what you're saying. I understand.
Aaron's
it's fine.
way,
I'm not
way,
dumb,
way stupider than you are by a million miles. I'm not even joking about that. Aaron's like a real retard. But what I'm trying to say here is, let's pretend like you hate it, because there was a minute there where you didn't like Aaron, and then you were going to testify against him and stuff or something.
No. I would never do something. I only just tell the truth. Testify against him. When the cop called us about the photo, we told the truth. Okay. And what we said was, like, if they need us to fly to Minnesota and tell the exact same thing that we told the officer, we will, but that would be fucking stupid.
Right.
Why would,
I agreed with you guys with that. Everybody was against you guys. I agreed with you guys with that. That was done. And by the way, never, ever go, if a court ever asks you to do anything in a place that is not where you live, don't go. Summary judgment. No, well,
Rekieta's mad because they requested a subpoena for us. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, he still sits on the show with Patrick Melton, who did far worse with my nude photos to me.
I digress. The only subpoena is his sub-penis in the relationship that he's in. So, all right, again, this is not a team. Let's forget Team Aaron entirely here, all right? And even though I am Team Aaron because I'm afraid of getting raped.
Come on.
I don't want to. Well, Nick says Aaron raped him.
He did tweet that.
This I don't. You mean Nick like figuratively?
No, Nick said in Patrick Melton's YouTube chat, he said that things between him and Aaron got less than consensual. That's a quote. Less than consensual. That Aaron was.
Oh my God, he's just
butt fucking and raping him.
Things got less than consensual with me in the toe.
Well, I think he was trying. I think he said it that way because he's a lawyer. He's trying to avoid any sort of problems with the libel.
The fuck? And that I don't know anything about.
He got butt fucked by toe. So, and it was only somewhat consensual. I guess partially consensual according to him. But I don't know where I guess he was drunk. I don't know what that means either. Listen, the question I have is this. This is what gets lost in everything. Aaron was fucking Kayla.
Right.
Nick was fucking Ape. Presumably both of them were still, these were their wives. Presumably both of them were still occasionally fucking their own wife. But it seemed like at a certain point, and I'm sure you have more knowledge on this, at a certain point, a full-on almost switch happened where it was basically a wife swap. It was basically a Nick and Ape, Kayla and Aaron scenario, right?
Right. Then Aaron leaves because he's like, this is too fucking much for me.
Right.
And then Nick tries to I guess, keep his wife just hanging out and keep April, and kept telling April that he was going to leave his wife for April.
For April, right.
So,
which is funny. But all right. So everybody says that Aaron is a cuck, but then how would he be any more of a cuck than Nick in this scenario if it was a full-on wife swap? Now, I think they're both cucks, just to be clear. I'm not saying they're not cucks. I'm saying they're both equal in cuckitude, equal in buck broken. And
right.
Okay, so, and Aaron, I remember, said that Kayla was basically his soulmate during all of this.
No, it is so stupid. But I think she was even talking to Aaron when Nick doesn't like to have anybody, he doesn't like to know when anybody talks to each other without his permission, right?
Of course, yeah.
So even Kayla talking to Aaron, we got to get the fuck out of here. Not get the fuck out of here, but things aren't good over here. I keep telling everybody we got to stop doing blow, and they just won't stop.
So, okay.
And then,
let me ask you this, though. When they switched, when they did a full wife swap. Okay.
Well, how can they can't really do that. It's not like they all were at the same house, but then Aaron left.
You're saying Kayla was over at the Imholt residence, posing, so she was there.
That was when things were good, I think.
Right, but I would assume she was there and Ape was at the other place. What I'm saying is...
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so with that in mind, at the point where they've basically swapped, Nick and Ape are more just coke fiends, and that's their connection. And
Correct.
Kayla was falling in love with Aaron, which is crazy, by the way. But what isn't that true?
And I don't know the woman, but yeah, she was there, and she walked in nude.
Did Ape ever say to you, I'm sad because my husband's now falling in love with this other woman, she's falling in love with him, it's causing problems, or any of that kind of stuff?
No, not at all.
Yeah, because she didn't give a fuck, because she just wanted that coke and she wanted Nick at that point.
Did. Yeah, no, she never said anything like that. So but
wait,
she just
real
said
quick,
that
Keanu,
yeah,
sorry, John O in chat says enough video time. Now, I happen to have been about to wrap this up so we can get back to the video, but I will now be extending this segment longer.
I did not mean to hijack your program.
Ramble. I need you to ramble. I need you to fill the time.
I have nothing else to say. I just called to teach you the impression. That's all I called for. And you got a lot more out of me than I probably should. No, fuck it. I can say whatever I want. But
can I meet up with your mom? Where's your mom live?
She's in South Carolina.
Carolina?
And no. And fuck no, you cannot.
Why?
You want to meet up with my mom?
She's a grown woman. She gets to make her own choices. Let me get her number.
That's all right. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give you her phone number. You can call into our show if you'd like to.
DM it to me, and then...
I'm not DMing you Michaeline's number, weirdo.
Why?
Oh, my God.
I call her Mimi, by the way.
Yeah, she will not like that. So
she'll like it when I do it. She'll think it's cute if I do it.
I don't think so at all, but...
Wait, somebody's saying, Jesse, check show discussion. Keanu, check DM. What am I supposed to be... There's so many things in show discussion. What am I supposed to be seeing?
I don't know what kind of system you have here. Check DM.
They want you to check your direct messages, I guess.
On what?
Twitter, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Let's see. I don't think I have.
Wait, is this the thing that Rekieta is going to be on the BYB podcast? You've gotta be. Okay. Hey guys, can we get Quadfather here real quick?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can we need Quadfather stat if everybody can at Quadfather and get him in here instantly, please.
He's gonna go on the BYB podcast.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
this could be fun. This could be a lot of fun. And
That might be fun to watch.
And remember, Quadfather, I've got the footage. So,
wow, what a get.
Keanu, you might want to stick around here because we might end up in the BYB crew here.
I will be watching. I will definitely be watching.
We definitely need not watching. You might be involved at this point. I think you should be a guest on the BYB. I don't know how you feel about those guys, but
I was their first guest on their shithole podcast.
It's the worst. And I told them I'd never come on again, but I'm breaking that promise right now.
I'll ask for. Oh, should I ask for the link?
Yeah, that's what oh my God.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then, no, you are in a very sexual, very romantic relationship for a very long time.
Guys, hit like, and we're going to get on BYB with Nick Rekieta. We're just going to sneak on.
I DM Quad,
Don't
no
tell
answer,
him.
I'll let you know.
Don't tell him. We got.
I'm going to ask him for the link. I'll ask him for the link.
Wait, all right. Keanu, stay in here for a second. I'm going to leave for a second. I'm going to call Quadfather directly to see if I can just get his attention.
All right.
Here, okay? Let me just give him a ring. Here we go. Calling Quadfather. We got to make this happen. This could be good. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. I hate Discord because it doesn't. Is it supposed to play a sound when you're calling a person? I just have to assume this is working. I've heard it make a sound when other people make calls, but never when I do it. Maybe that's streamer mode. Maybe that's why. All right, nothing. I'm not getting him. So, wait a second. It looked like he was starting to answer for a second. Okay. We'll give that a shot. Let's go back.
I can roll with the punches.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I didn't get him. Hi, Panboy Lando Soy Child is also joining us. Don't know what the fuck that is. We gotta get in on this. Yes, hi, Panboy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for having me again, Jesse.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Hi, Keanu. I have a quick question. Did you know of EVS before?
Oh, that's
recently?
a great question. Yeah, I didn't ask you about EVS.
Until I realized that I was on somebody, because I'm really good friends, like best friends with Chrissy. Somebody told me that me and Cecil and him were on a stream together, but I had no idea who he was.
So you were unfamiliar with him?
I was unfamiliar when he tweeted at me, and I was like, "Thank you for the shout out. Oh my God, thanks." But I realized that I guess we were on a stream together before that, and he didn't realize it either. So there you go.
So, like, when a 50-year-old married YouTuber puts up a picture of you on X and says that he loves you, is that a little creepy?
It didn't creep me out. No.
What if I told you he collects women's wigs?
Wigs?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's why somebody said she's wearing a wig. I said, "You, sire, are misinformed. I'm not wearing a wig."
No, they were talking about Evan, I think.
Oh,
so hey,
well, no,
I
mean, that was very nice of Ethan to shout me out, and I have no problem with him. That's fine. So,
well, thanks for answering my questions. Thanks, Jesse, for having me on. No, you did. Hail the chat.
Okay, I don't know what any of that means, but
I don't either.
Me neither. Yeah.
Cool little secret phrases, and now we're all activated. Something's going to happen, and we're gay guys now. I think Happy Pride Month, everybody. We gotta get this quad thing going here, man. By the way, Nick is going. Why the BYB podcast? I mean, it's like crazy for a guy like Nick to go on
he has to protect his bizarro narrative.
Well, you know what it is,
which no one believes.
You know what it is. So tonight he's got so much going against him tonight. Number one, you're now on here. I'm about to show some of the body cam footage. And then also you got the Kino Casino show where they're interviewing the girl who watched the body cam thing.
Oh, boy.
Which, by the way, isn't as good as seeing the body cam. So I'm not really sure why anyone's tuning into that. But so I almost don't even want to watch this shit where he's looking at photos of his messy house now anymore.
It really is. Yeah, right.
It's almost
bizarre.
too
Well,
retarded.
can I watch and I'll call back in if need be?
Yes.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
GTYL.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay, so Keanu, everybody, that was a surprise.
Friend of the show.
Okay.
Friend of the
Friend
show.
of the show.
There's a dirty cat house tower and filled trash bags on the patio.
Again, and I do think that this kind of takes away from it. So he's trying to fight against this by showing the house. So then we get to this.
Floor that was so cluttered that you could not walk without stepping on anything.
Now, and then you look at this.
and the table in
You
part
go,
of
that doesn't look that dirty, right? There's the dining room
counter, which
table.
I'll show the rest of
There's
in a
the
minute.
counter.
that were so covered in bottles that you can't put anything on them. There's no surface visible.
He's, of course, being sarcastic here. Let's go to the next photo.
Organized into different color piles so you can actually manage it. But here you go.
So again, the statement about the body cam footage, this woman who saw the body cam kept saying like it was so cluttered, the floor was so filthy, there was nowhere to walk. And he's like, well, here, look, there's one little strip of where you can walk right there. Lawyered. I win. Case dismissed.
So you can see there is quite a bit of laundry.
But this does look filthy and horrific.
And there is stuff on the counter. Like
I also have to be fair. They've got 5 kids. You have kids, you've got a messy house. Now, there is still a problem with it. And I've seen other people make that argument too in his favor. Here's the issue with that. He does have 5 kids. He also has $1 million. So you can just have your house always be clean. There is nothing stopping you from paying a lady. And unfortunately what happened was he paid a lady to be the maid, and then instead he did blow with her and had her suck him off and made her bleed all over the sheets.
I'm guilty of that 100%. Sorry.
But you could have hired a second lady after that. But then it's whores all the way down, I suppose.
There's stuff on the counter. I don't know what to say or how I should be punished for this. But here you go.
And of course, all right, so everybody's now saying this is fake. You took this the other day. There's no way that this is the day of the arrest.
These are, like I said, this is where they were confronted with no possible way of navigating, like all of the stuff. Was this from the same day? Yes. Every one of these pictures is taken by a police officer.
And like Keanu said earlier, you can see in one of these photos, you see he's got this poor dog trapped in a, closet full of dog shit, essentially. Filth everywhere. It's got its food and water right next to its dog turds, and it lives in their master bathroom, which is also where they were doing their drugs. By the way, I don't know. Maybe the dog is like one of them cocaine sniffing ones from the airport. And so that's why it just seemed naturally at home there. I don't think so because it's a pug. Imagine a pug falling face first into a pile of cocaine. It's like every single ounce of it's going up that thing's nostrils. Which is also what happened when Nick fell face first into a pile of cocaine. And also his kids fell hair first into a pile of cocaine. So people are calling bullshit on this.
You'll actually see one of the police officers in one of the pictures because there's a mirror. And I'll show you. We'll get there. But so this is, this is what is discussed. And absolutely, like there's a bunch of laundry out. There's a painting that I haven't hung up yet. That kind of sucks.
Okay. Yeah, if you look right here, there's a painting there that it's just too hard for him to hang up.
Hang that painting, but it's heavy. It takes a lot of work.
And again, you're a millionaire. You could just hire a guy to do that. They could just do it for you. Or you could be a man. It can't be that heavy. It's a painting. How fucking heavy could it possibly be?
In the spot to hang, it's kind of inconvenient. So It's been a minute.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. It's been a minute. What does that mean?
Show metadata.
It's been a minute. So they're calling him out here to show metadata. They want to see where these pictures are from. Forget that. He's saying that the painting is still not hung in this part. Now, listen to this. I haven't seen anybody call this out. Well, listen one more time.
There's a painting that I haven't hung up yet. That kind of sucks.
I haven't hung up yet. Present tense.
I want to hang that painting, but it's...
So there's two options here. He hasn't hung this painting for a year. That's how long it's been. Their arrest happened on the 23rd of May last year, I believe. So either it's been an entire year and he still hasn't done it, or this photo is from the other day. It's been a minute. So I haven't hung up this painting yet. It's been a minute.
It's heavy. It takes a lot of work. In the spot to hang, it's kind of inconvenient. So it's been a minute. Show metadata, you lying liar.
Yeah, got him, they say in the chat room. So I would say we got him, but then he shows the metadata.
Okay. Like, you want me to... Why do you... Is this how you would lie about this? I don't know. I figured I would post a clean house and be like, here, it's perfect.
Well, this is how I would lie about it if I was a junkie still huffing nitrous and I could not keep my house clean because I don't have anything in order. Yeah.
Can we see the metadata on this photo? Okay, so maybe let me figure out how to get it. I will show you.
Now, this is a clipped version. In reality, this took about 20 minutes. He's sitting there panicking on his phone, doing Lord knows what to make this happen.
Okay, here you go. Maybe this helps. So here's the picture up top.
And it is the same picture.
If you check this, Thursday, May 23rd, 2024.
That's
9:24 a.m.
That's the day. It started at 9/11. Never forget.
And then
the arrest.
So
that's the day of the arrest for sure. It's right there.
Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. Make sure what I think is popping up is popping up. Here you go.
Oh, what? You got something to hide? Make sure what I want popping up is popping up. So obviously there was something there that he didn't want seen. Actually, let me go back through here. Okay.
And, if I go, make sure what I think is popping up is popping up. Here you go.
He was afraid of you seeing the wrong thing. These are pictures he just sent to himself. So what could you see that could be wrong?
But the rest of it, so here's the location. Here's the...
Yeah, by the way, he's just doxing himself on there.
Taken on an Apple iPhone 13. I use a Samsung Ultra 24 Plus or whatever. Here's the image, and I have it stored on this device. And
now look, I poured through this. Okay, I was going before I had the body cam stuff. Okay, I only got this stuff today. It was sent to me today when I announced the show. It was sent to me. Okay, so I was looking over this for every little mistake. Everybody's in chat saying, you took these pictures the other day. This is fake. This is from the CPS visit later on. You had time to clean. You've futzed with the metadata. This isn't real metadata. And it is kind of odd, because here's the thing. This is, who took this screenshot? So he already had a screenshot ready to go. Like, they thought of this ahead of time. The people are going to ask for the metadata. So they already screenshotted where the picture was taken from and stuff. Stuff doesn't make sense. But in reality, if he just screenshotted this on his phone and sent it to his computer, it would still say that the photo is from an Apple iPhone 13 and he's got a different phone. And then if you look at where it's stored on the device, storage, emulated, downloads, photos, photos and one video, he apparently sent himself, in order to do this, multiple photos and one video. Now that's interesting. At no point during any of this does he show videos. And of course, the real question becomes, all right, you're showing the dirty, filthy house. You're trying to prove that it's not as filthy as everyone said, which is like a really funny thing to have to prove to begin with. Why not just show the body cam? Fucking, you could annihilate Kiwi Farms from orbit by beating them to the punch. Show it. If you're showing the house and this really is the same day, why not show the body cam footage? There is no reason. And of course, you can make the argument, well, the kids are in the footage, blah, blah, blah. Censor them. Well, I don't even want that. Okay, cut around it. Don't show the parts where they're in the footage. You could show 5, 12-second clips of the footage and people would lose their minds over that. So something is different about these photos than that footage that makes this a more appealing prospect to him. And you can't explain it away with the kid shield. Just like the wife shield, the kid shield is fucking fake. Now, I poured over these images to find any inconsistencies. I noticed something. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. If you look up here at the top, this is the name of the file as it is from when he just screenshotted it to send it to himself. He got these pictures clearly off of Signal. You know, these guys are using Signal, by the way. Their whole sex chat, their thruple chat was on Signal. Their quadruple chat was on Signal. He's still on Signal pulling this stuff off of there. Look at the number here. So you've got 20. This is the date yesterday, 2025-6-1. And then the number 180116 _ blah, blah, blah. Now take a look at this. We move to the other screenshot that he shows. Okay. And it suddenly becomes 2025-6-1 180119. So there's 2 missing screenshots that he just took that should exist between this one and that one. And he just got worried about what was going to pop up on screen. And it's multiple photos and a video according to this metadata right here. So he took a screenshot of something in order to prove this stuff and then thought better of showing at least 2 images. He never shows these images at any point during any of this. Where are these 2 missing images? What's going on with that shit? Let's take a look at the poor dog. The poor dog in the shit-infested bathroom.
Time because dogs are just annoying to take care of. But here we are.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, why have a dog then?
Yeah.
So here's the bathroom where Sonny is trapped. Now,
it's trapped. He describes it as trapped.
Sonny stays in his bathroom when there's.
If you look very carefully on the left side of the image, you will see right around here a dog turd.
Not someone to supervise.
By the way, this is also copying Dick Masterson.
Oh my God.
Dick Masterson had 1 dog turd outside his place. Remember that?
Supervise her. Like you would have a kennel
now,
trained
somebody
dog.
says in chat, so he could have photoshopped the metadata only if he pre-did it. There's no way. I don't think there's a way he could have done it on his phone. I don't think Nick has the savvy to do that on his phone while live, even with 20 minutes to go on there. I don't think so. We'll talk about it.
Except she has a big bathroom. I don't know. Locked in that bathroom. Look at her living in squalor. It's terrible. Just abused.
Yeah.
And constrained.
And again, it's the Coke bathroom. This is he shows at one point in this. Oh, so here you can see the dog turds a little bit better. This is the same bathroom where you can see the dog turds directly next to the dog food and water dish. By the way, empty, both of them. Empty. This is where the dog is. Dog shit everywhere. Then he shows at one point the toilet. All right, for one of the bathrooms. Let me try to find it. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
There's a penchant for always telling the truth and getting everything right, even though he kind
of. And again, some of these photos must be from that day. It is. You can see the cop in the dog bathroom photo. You can see the cop in the mirror standing there taking the picture.
Instantly gets shit wrong. Here we go. Da-da-da. So this is where, again, they brought in the contents of the safe. And
you can see the cop pants and cop shoes.
I'll describe everything here. So this is obviously a digital scale, little tray.
What? You need a scale? You fucking breaking Baldo over here? What are you doing? We're distributing. If you've got a scale, then
you put the stuff.
I need to know that I've snorted every ounce. And
that you need to weigh in.
I got to work on it.
This is the cocaine. I've got a bit better picture of it coming up. This is ketamine. It is I've told the story
He's
about
proud of this
how
one.
I accidentally did ketamine instead of cocaine, and so that is labeled KKK, so that mistake would not be made again.
Nice.
But yeah, and then there's just a couple like straws or whatever, and some cards.
Okay, so on top of all of this, 100% confirmed, blackface lawyer is a white supremacist. KKK. This wasn't a joke that Denzel or whatever his name was in on. Drexel, whatever. Who cares? All right.
I made a shitload of really, really bad decisions.
He's part of the KKK, and every single one of those K's stands for K-hole. Now, we've also got, let me see if I can find it here. What else do I want to show you here? There's so many things. The house, listen, I'm going to say this. The house is not as messy as everyone wanted it to be in these pictures. And there's some crazy detective work going on in the comments where the shit they're saying doesn't make any sense. They're like desperately reaching here. Here's my theory. Here's what I think happened. Okay. I think the way Nick Rekieta operates, this is how he does everything, is my wife said this, or I was saying this to Kelsey, Lady PS, I call her. Lady Piss. Lady Piss, I call her. I says to her, Lady Piss. I said, he lies about everything, and he buries a little bit of truth in there. And she's like, yeah, it's a lie wrapped in truth. No. It's truth wrapped in a lie. It's way more lie than truth. The tiniest little, he will sprinkle, like the CIA with crack over the ghetto, the tiniest little nugget of truth into something. And then that way it's plausible deniability, because then when you try to unravel the lies, you get to that nugget of truth and you go, well, this part is unfalsifiable. And so in your mind, you go, that means all of it is. But no, it only means that one aspect is. What I'm trying to say here is some of, maybe even many of these photos, certainly the one with the cop in it, certainly the one with his pants and shoes in it, certainly the ones, being taken of the drugs on the toilet, those are cop pictures. Those were taken day of. Maybe even the one where he shows the metadata. Something hinky's going on there, but sure, maybe. But not all of them. Not every single one of these photos. Because if every single one of the photos was from day of, we could just watch the body cam footage. Why would he hide that? There has to be some amount of difference. Now, my working theory at the time, and I believe I am correct, is that Nick or his wife did not get arrested that day, or at least not right away. She got to stay because of the kids for some time. Nick had to go away. I believe while they were there, before they got to take photos, when they were still just traipsing around, There is time between body cam and photography being taken. Okay? This is the guy getting out his eye. That's not the first thing you do. You don't walk around and start taking pictures instantly. All right? And we already know these are the Keystone cops, key bump cops, I call them. They took the drug safe out to the driveway and whacked it open with an axe and got drugs everywhere and then picked it up and took it back to the toilet afterward. This is where Nick claims that his daughter got cocaine in her hair, by the way. Is one of them on the way back to the toilet, his hands covered in soot. He musses the kid's head like, "Hey, sport, how you doing, champ?" And that's how that's his claim on all of this. All the detectives here are wrong, okay? All the internet detectives are wrong. Most of these probably are real day of pictures. Some of them might even be day of pictures taken by one of them in the house. But in the meantime, before they started taking all these pictures, Kayla's in there cleaning up, trying to make things look. What would a woman do in that scenario? In that scenario, when her whole life is being revealed, the horror show, a woman's first instinct is to start picking up, start trying to make things look better. That's what she's going to do. She's going to snap out of it for a sec. Oh, wait a second. I've been in a drug-fueled haze. I'm a mom. Let me start cleaning this up. The company is here. We've got a guest over. She probably started offering iced tea to the guys, you know? What can I get you? You want a bump? I can help you out with that. So there was one. Oh, yeah. Let's watch this.
There are a bunch of bottles on the floor. This is 7 years of drinking daily.
7 years. So he's been collecting his bottles like he's in college. You know, he's got his trophy wall. You can see them up there. They're all over the floor like Mersh when he falls out of his chair, and you can hear Ethan Ralph, his chair collapses and you hear like a cartoon. His shoes go flying up in the air. 7 years of daily drinking. And he's like, so I think that explains it, right? And then 2 seconds later, he's like, I think we have a normal, safe, nice house and family. He's like, this is normal family stuff. 7 years of daily drinking is not normal family stuff. That's horrifying childhood repression stuff where you have to start talking to a professional about something. And Nick, you are not the professional. It doesn't matter how many drugs you manage to fool. This is my computer area where he does his own coke stream just like that. Okay. I thought I saw in the damn it, I would have saved it otherwise. I saw a timestamp in the comments before where he flips out on somebody. I think it's toward the end. Let me see if I can find it. He flips out on the woman who saw the body cam footage.
There's not much else to say about it. When used, look like you bathroom when there's not. Here we are again. One like
he has another meltdown moment like he did with Keanu on this woman.
This picture has the one of the officers in it. So this is the bathroom. This is the infamous bathroom.
You should not have an infamous bathroom inside your house. That's terrifying. Does anybody know that woman's name that saw the body cam footage? She's on Keno Casino tonight, I guess, or is right now. Because I got to find this fucking part of the clip. This is too good to pass up. Anybody know who I'm talking about here? Mama
I'm
K.
going to Kick to see who's on Keno.
No, it's Mama. It's Mama K. I saw it in chat.
Mama K says there's one actual legit photo. Hey, Mama K, you're a scum bitch. I hope you. I really do.
You hope she takes vitamin S.
You go away. You're disgusting.
So the woman who saw the body cam footage is like, this is bullshit. This is not what it looked like. I just saw it.
I really do. Go away. You're disgusting. Take your trauma somewhere else. I didn't abuse you.
No, you abuse your kids. He still doesn't get it, folks.
Didn't abuse my kids. Someone else abused you. Go take it up with them. For sake. You're a psychopath.
By the way, his house is his house costs, what was it? Like $800,000 or something. They're saying it's going for on the market right now. His house is so, for a millionaire's house, it is like so ugly. Your house blows.
Yeah.
I mean, has anybody, excuse me, has anybody sent this to Scuffed Realtor yet? Nick Roach. We got to get Nick Roachford on this. Okay. I need him looking at this disheveled, not, you send him the Zillow listing for Nick's house, basically. It doesn't have to be these dilapidated ones. Like, I'm telling you that the actual house itself looks bad enough that it will be a funny enough thing. Okay, all right. First of all, right off the terrazzo tile. I mean, I'd rather deep throat my uncle. I'd rather do a blowjob on my uncle with my ears. I'd give my uncle an ear canal blowjob before I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me? Maybe get some berms in there, some timber, some like landscaping timber. Okay. This is his real house. By the way, this is Nick's real actual home is what I'm going over here. We need Nick Roachford on this. I would rather drag my scrotum through an entire yard of glass. I would break glass of my grandma's head and drag my scrotum through it before I would live in this fucking house. Everything's about fucking his own family members and then hurting himself over. I'm getting worried for Nick. Oh, hey, John Stupid here. John Stupid. I just moved into the obvious. This house is made by a guy who's like planning his next divorce. Like he's got a book on his shelf, and inside he writes down when he's planning his divorce. Dude, do we have is that a swinger hot tub? Of course it is. This looks like it was built by a Portuguese monkey. Okay, so that's every Scuffed Realtor. We got to get Scuffed Realtor on the horn for this one. Is BYB live? Has anybody checked on that? Is Nick over there? Let me just check on that real quick before we go over the body cam.
Checking now.
I'm looking myself. Yeah, they are.
That's all
live.
you want.
They're like, he's on.
Were you talking about like fentanyl testing or
He's
just
on.
purity
Yeah.
tests?
No, I did. I would fentanyl and meth test.
Oh, look at
everything we
them
bought 'cause,
cheesing over this
no opiates,
loser.
no meth is. That was.
They've
my
only got
rule, like, I don't
75
trust either of
people watching.
Dude.
They've got Nick Rekieta on 75 people. Let me call Quadfather, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to call Quadfather one more time, see if we can get him to do the right thing. Let's see if he notices me calling. Get me in here. Get Keanu in here. Make this interesting. You want views on this? Make it in. Oh, did you just see him react? I think I just saw him do a little. I think he's looking at something here.
Coke, it's mixed with fentanyl so much. I actually would say the opposite. Like meth is probably way safer than. I don't know if that to be true, but at least with the bikers and stuff that I know around this,
they are bonding over meth right now. How do you fuck this up, Only the BYB podcast. Holy shit.
Hi, Jesse.
Only BYB could fuck it up so bad that they've got Nick Rekieta on and there's like 80 guys watching. Okay, there's more people watching through my stream right now than anything else.
I got a quick question for you, buddy.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, when you
all right, I can't even listen to that. That's so retarded. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go over the body cam footage. Guys, share the show, tweet this out. We're doing it. We're going over the body cam. There's people in chat saying Nick has already said this isn't. Of course, Nick is saying this isn't real. What the fuck do you think he's going to say about? He also said that his photos were real. Do we believe Nick now? Going over the body cam screenshots live now. All right, everybody go share this right now. Let's get some more people in here. Hit that like button, and we'll hit that goal. Guys, come on. Another win for the show. Let's hit that goal. We're so close. We're so close. Guys, come on. I don't want to have to do this to you. I really don't. But I do. We got it. We're so close. I mean, almost a perfect week. It's Monday, but almost a perfect week. 1, 2, 3 shows, no goal. Doing it and going hard, true and honest. And again, if you want to call in, if you got any questions about this, podawful.com/cult. And if you want to support the show, the Pizza Fund, which right now is mostly just a donation, but we do need your help. Join the Pizza Fund and support the show. We'll be right back after this.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
Okay, so let me just go through my little notes here. All right, so PodAwful.pizza, we actually do have the most recent primo content up on the Pizza Fund. You can go watch it now if you're in the Pizza Fund. We're going to keep making the primo stuff for you, even though our video hosting service has been taken down. We did lose Vimeo. Fuck Vimeo.
Mm-hmm.
Vimeo can die. And we're going to make it happen. We found this out. If you upload any old PodAwful content to Vimeo, it is an instant ban. They delete the content and ban you instantly now. So the move now is download the new stuff since the Vimeo ban. They don't know that that's, PodAwful. Upload that, waste their servers, waste their bandwidth. Okay. Let's go over this. So again, I was given this by an anonymous source. As we know, Nick has the footage. Ape has the footage. A lot of people out there actually have this footage. It's just been sitting around waiting for somebody to leak it. Now, I legitimately don't know who gave this to me. It was sent to me by an anonymous account. They said, I think you're going to want this. I took one look at it. I said, I think you're right. I said, how much can you give? I thought they were showing me like a little preview, like they were trying to get me to pay for this. Like, hey, how much is this worth to you, sort of thing? Because they sent me these screenshots of their phone. They have it like on their phone, and it's a picture of the phone. And I'm like, okay, this looks shady, but whatever, fine. So I was like, yeah, how much of this you got? They're like, no, this is it. Here, show this on the show. And I was like, okay. So we've got one little clip. We've got 4 little pics, and it completely debunks the photos that Nick Rekieta shared to try to prove that his house is not in squalor. And I mean, completely debunks it to a horrifying degree. This is one of the most disturbing, disgusting things I've ever seen. Thank you to the anonymous henchman, patriot, whoever you are that sent me this stuff. I have no clue how you got it. I'm assuming that the reason it was sent to me the way it was sent to me was to try to anonymize this the most possible. Is I just got this in a Discord DM. You tell me what you think. Is this the clean house? Hang on a second. Let me bring. There we go. Is this the clean house that Nick was showing us before? Take a quick little look at this.
Fuck?
Yeah, it's everywhere. This is the entire floor just covered in garbage. Garbage all over the table. Let's take a look at another one here. Oh, here's the bathroom. Here's the same
my
There's the
God.
doggy. Dog shit. They actually had a litter box in there before that was taken out. Everything is fucking all over the floor. The dog bowl has been knocked over in it. Let's take another one here. Oh, here's that same fucking countertop that Nick's. Remember that nicely taken photo he had of it? Now, this is a slightly different angle than that one. I can't help but notice right away, though, no joke, whipped cream canister right there on the table. And again, Nick, if this is fucking, should I show do I need to show the EXIF data? You show your EXIF data. Let's see whose is more real, okay? I don't have EXIF data. Again, this is a photo of somebody's phone screen, just to be clear. Then what else? I have another one here. Oh, this is the same. So this is the same. Now, this is where it got interesting. Again, this is the body cam footage. As you can see they've blurred. I guess one of the kids was standing here. Now, this is the same shot. This is, I think, is it only, let me see what the other screenshot said. So that's at 9:24:11. This is at, okay. Oh, yeah. So this is actually within the same fucking set. I guess this is just two screenshots of the same fucking half a second as the guy is walking through. So it looks less. See, this is the fucking trick he was pulling. From this shot right here, this looks less dirty because the counter is obscuring entirely the floor and everything beyond it. And if you don't see on this side of the stove, you don't see the fucking whipped cream cans and stuff. Now, here's where it gets crazy. This is all I've got. It's seconds of footage here. And I will warn, again, the children are in it, but they have been censored fully just to prove this is body cam. Take a look at this. Wow. Wow. All right. So they walk through. You can see the kids there. They walk through. There is garbage everywhere. Everywhere. You can see it. You can almost make it out there because the pixelation's in the way. There is shit all over the fucking floor over there. You can see it all over the fucking table. Look, in the very beginning of it, look, Ready Whip. There's fucking Ready Whip.
I mean, that's drugs, undetectable drugs.
It's fucking Ready Whip. I saw people already trying to debunk this, by the way. They're like, they're like, oh, the Axon body cam logo is at an angle. He fucked up this is not Photoshop. It's a video. And also, again, it's I don't know how they don't see this. It's a camera or a phone at an angle. The entire
you can see the guy's finger.
You can see the finger in the fucking photo. So anyway, there you go. There's a little taste of the body cam. Now, I don't know if this person is planning to leak more, if they cannot do it. He's got no floor, someone said. Holy buckets, dude. Everybody's saying the big board's out of commission right now. I'm so sorry. The big board, you might have noticed we're not moving the camera around. Unfortunately, RoboCam is out of commission right now. I cannot do the big board. I apologize. This would be the perfect time for it. But hopefully I'm hoping the full body cam comes. I'm hoping the shine, the sheen, the luster is not fully gone yet. Nick is, of course, going to be crashing out over this. He will be unspooling over this. And listen. You saw just the little bits there of the clips I played of it, of how bad he was coping over the chat not buying his fake setup, at the very least hours later staged photos there. I can't wait to hear the cope about these images. I can't wait to hear the cope about the fucking video. What's the lie going to be now? What is he going to say about it now? I tell you what, Nick, you want to debunk it? Show the body cam video. Prove it doesn't look like all you would have to do is show a single screenshot from a similar spot in the body cam, and boom, I'm debunked. And boom, you're right. Show the body cam. But he can't and he won't because he knows. He knows that he's fucked on this. Let me go back to... God, which one of these is... What's Johnny's Dream Girl? Is that what I just had open? Oh, yeah, it is.
And how the initial relearning and release of information came out, that it was our community or the church community that
so let's
that
do
reported
this.
us. It wasn't. The people who reported us were not in our church community.
Do not do that poll.
They took advantage of the
flood
pastor
chat
who was
and say,
just about to
we've
retire.
seen,
He's probably losing his mental faculties, and he was influenced, as
the
he
body
stated in his
cams.
interview. He was influenced by edited videos of me talking about.
Oh, look at that!
About faith.
He's already edited video. He's already making lies about edited videos and that kind of shit. I can't wait. I can't wait for him to claim these are edited. Oh no, they CGI'd it in. Go to the chat room now and spam it with "We just saw the body cam." PodAwful is showing the body cam. PodAwful's watching you.
Feminist theory to the story.
Let's get it in there. We've seen the body cams, they're saying. We've seen the body cams. Spam that chat. Your house is filthy. PodAwful proved it.
King of the world or king of the universe.
PodAwful showed your squalor. The squalor!
The only thing you do is you maybe
PodAwful makes me do that. Yeah.
Jesus and use the mysticism as a metaphor for something.
What the fuck are they talking about? Oh my God.
Not what I believe.
Blaspheme! Blasphemer! Burn him!
But when you do this, you still find...
No wonder there's only 80 people watching. They bring him on and they're talking about Jesus. Hey, haven't you made up enough lies lately, Nick? We don't need your fictional heroes part of this either. PodAwful just showed the body cam, says Kinky Loco, member for 9 months.
And then they just have this thing. So then my pastor gets this video, and he's like, oh.
PodAwful proved your house is filthy. You can see all the guys on the show are now seeing the chat, freaking out. We've seen the body cam. There's now 100 people watching. Everybody's joining. This is getting crazy. This stream fucking blows, they say. PodAwful makes it worse. Jesse is showing the body cam. We've seen the body cams. He knows. This is the other thing you have to understand when you're in that chat. Remember, he knows that body cam is out there. It's been a matter of time for a moment like this to happen.
In the stupid video description, the description of the...
Look, look,
the description of the video.
He's making them show the fake photos.
It's like there's food.
Show the real ones.
Well, if they're starving, why?
Let me on. I'll show the real ones. Let me on. Have him debunk me live.
Like I said, he was old.
That's how sure I am about this.
Wait, sorry, Nick. You said it wasn't.
And just because he's a pastor doesn't make him perfect. And we all know who snitched on you. His name is Aaron M. Hole. Let's not all kid ourselves.
See, this is the sad Dabbleverse thing. Every Dabbleverse guy is so anti-Aaron that Nick must be good. They're both gay.
At Cheetos at the anniversary show, he's on record saying, yes, I'm
Ready Whip. Really, Nick?
badly.
And then he tried to walk
fake. Accuse it of being fake.
Slowly got to that point in the...
Oh, look at this. He's showing a drive. My drive, Nick. Oh, no, that's his. I thought Nick gave him access to one. He just saved them in a Google Drive.
This is one of the things that, let's see, this is the one. Okay. So this is one of the things that people brought up.
I posted the link in chat,
as I was showing
guys.
these pictures on my show yesterday. They're like, well.
There you go. There's the link.
Those are taken at a different date.
Go to chat.
And they were not. These are all pictures taken by the police.
Leave the stream, go to their chat.
Well, don't leave our stream, obviously, but do go over
the metadata
and
that
fuck
shows
with
when the
him.
pictures were taken.
The metadata, yeah.
I just wanted to
show the
I was going to
metadata.
ask you about that, Nick, because people.
So now he's talking about the metadata. We just showed the real deal. Show the body cam. Just show one fucking frame of the body cam.
Yeah,
I dare you.
If you look at this and you go over to the right side here, There's a modified date because I transferred the files just earlier today.
Oh,
they
that's
were on
why.
my phone. I had to get them over to my computer. But if you take a look at the date,
So they're all
taken on
modified
them,
as of today.
5/23/2024, 9:24 a.m. 5/23/2024, 9:24 a.m. These pictures are taken like right next to each other. It's really easy for them to move. So here's another one, 9:26 a.m. Every one of the pictures is 5/23.
All of that stuff is very easy to fake. And again, I 100% believe that some of these photos could be from these days, these times. Some of them. How many of, by the way, which ones are missing? Are any of the pics he showed on stream not in this thing? Here, I bet they are.
Where's the kitchen table one?
Yeah.
Disaster. But that's where I live. Like that's not
where
something
is
I
the
put the
kitchen
kids through
table
or
one?
whatever. It's
not there.
That's what I have to deal with, and
That's
like,
not it right
it's annoying
there.
and
That's not
frustrating
it. That's
something
the
I'm
closest
looking
one
get
to
around
it. It's near
but
the kitchen.
I do have to spend a lot of
island.
time out in the main house.
That photo is not
keeping it
there.
livable, but
Yeah, it's almost like you have eight people when you have a nanny living at that freaking place. So I can imagine just the 7 of you, like the amount of clothing that you would go through on a weekly basis, like 7 outfits just to wear during the day.
They're
and
gonna
then if you
ignore
wear
it.
jammies or
These guys are so enamored to have such a big guy on, and they think they're going to get views out of it. And again, remember, all of the extra views they're getting right now are from me, not from Nick Rekieta. They normally have about 70 people watching, and we just increased it from 70. So they think they're going to get something out of this, so they're never going to read that chat.
for the kids, it's like, Jesus,
Force the point on them.
like a small clothing.
Send in I don't care. Send them a super tip. Send them a super chat. Does he have a Nick Rekieta super tip? Is that one of the voices you can do? That'd be funny. To have Nick himself say in AI while Nick is on there that that is how he's lying about the pics.
kind of off of that main living space. So that's why it's in that
The
area.
whole chat is
And
just pod
we had
awful.
gotten everything ready.
The entire
It
chat.
was springtime, and
It's not
we were
even
changing out the kids because they had moved up in clothes sizes. So we were trying to get rid of
sweeping,
or we were trying to get the
baldo
the clothes that the kids
guarding.
are no longer wearing put away to be sent to like Goodwill and stuff like that. But
dude, Quadfather, just fucking lift yourself up out of the wheelchair and toss yourself into the cum hot tub. Why not? Why not? Go lick it up.
Thank you, Chris.
What did you say here, Chris? PODAWFUL has the body cam footage. Take his call. Yes. Yes.
that the kids were hungry or didn't have
Yes.
clean clothes. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What am I spending all this money
Jesse
on them?
just showed legit clips of the body cam footage. The place was disgusting, covered in trash, and there were cans of Reddit whip all over the
Reddit
place.
whip.
These photos were obviously taken after cleanup.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you just showed the data, so I don't know. I don't know if both things can be true at the same time. But
Sure.
it
Good
doesn't seem
argument.
like it.
I'm literally being arrested at this time. 9:29. Like I think
He's got nothing!
9:36 or something. Like it's this is happening while I'm outside.
He's
getting
not even
my
trying to
pics.
fight it. He's not even trying to fucking fight it.
I don't know what else to
Busted.
say. No one's gonna believe it. Even if I played the body cam footage,
Play the
people wouldn't
body
believe
cam
it.
footage!
But people get any
People would
access into
believe that!
my, into my bedroom.
Yeah, we'll believe it then.
How would they not believe it? What is Mama K going to say if you play the footage she saw?
Doesn't what I gave is more than
How pathetic is Quadfather that he won't push back on that? That he won't fucking say, okay, play the body cam footage.
owe this to anybody is insane.
What a loser.
Well, Nick, is there no way that you could like release the footage
Yes!
with like edited?
Thank you,
edits on
British
it, for
retard.
example? Are you not happy to like do a compromise there? with
Thank
that?
you to that guy.
No, I'm not happy to do that at all. I have no
Awesome.
intention to release any of the body cam footage. at this
Why
time.
are these pictures okay
it's,
then?
It's private. It's
How
the
is it
fact that
private?
was,
This is the exact same
displayed
time.
by the county is actually unlawful, and the remedy for it is massive. And I'm
So-
strongly considering suing the county because there is no.
If he doesn't sue, then this is all a lie.
They either willfully they either willfully release this footage, which they knew they could not do, and if that's the case, it's a double damages reward. If they did,
he thinks they've released it. Listen to what he's saying here. He thinks it's released. He thinks I have the full thing, that I just showed it.
$2,000 and $30,000 if it's willful in exemplary damages. And now here's the thing: there are 7 plaintiffs, right? Because there's
so he's mad. He's thinking about suing them because he thinks that we're playing the full thing right now. That's how nervous he is over this.
$1,000 times
this
7
is incredible.
times 2.
Share
because
that
2 people
show.
were the video was disclosed to 2 different people. So that's
Well, what
that's
about
4.
kids? You can do 7 times.
He's trying to figure out. Wait,
Well, yeah,
who's
that's
got
what
the
I'm saying.
video?
So it'd be
Who's got access?
$420,000 in exemplary damages, and then that's on top of economic damages that that I'm sustaining from this. And I absolutely am. Like, this is highly damaging.
Okay, Sue.
Reputation, because the way people.
No, it's
the way
you're
these,
showing your
insane
house,
and they are fucking crazy.
How is it more damaging to show the body cam footage than the photos that were taken at the time of the body cam footage? Explain it. Okay? Somebody on this fucking panel make him lawyer that together for me. Who is this old man? Who is he? Can anyone explain to me this old man? Chris, you're the only one. I am talking to you. There's the only
Honk. His name's Honk.
Clown.
Oh, I'm posting the wrong link in chat, apparently. What did I fucking post? Oh, I posted the link to our chat. I'm sorry, guys. I posted the link to our chat room in our chat. That was probably helpful for you. Sorry. Everybody else figured it out, though, so you could have just gone there. Does anybody know who the old man
I
is?
was like, too bad. Like, this is
fair's fair, right?
What? Who?
His name's Honk the Clown.
Oh, that's Honk. Let's get and Honk likes me, even though I think of him as
he likes you.
Nothing. So let's get him. Let's get him to get me in there. Somebody, Chris, you can do this, right? Get Honk.
Maybe I'll send Honk a DM.
Get Honk on the horn, and let's get in there.
that she showed up at. I said, "Hey,
Push
I think
back
we got
on
off
this
the wrong
fucking
foot.
body cam bullshit."
I kind of came off a little aggressive. I'm sorry.
Sorry about the
people are
chat
coming at us,
thing.
and I don't know who
My bad.
anybody is. And
That
so I
was on
sat
me.
down and tried to hear her story, and she's just telling me like
Look at the
she's really
chat.
concerned about my kids. And I'm
PODAWFUL's
like,
watching
look, I got to tell
you.
you, my kids are actually in really good shape.
We see y'all, PODAWFUL
It was very
one.
traumatic. Like,
In the chat, question him about the body cam thing. Say, how is the body cam any more damaging than these photos?
So, but the reality is that both before and after all of this, I and Kayla have really, really strong relationships with our kids. I mean,
but not with each other.
17-year-old has been homeschooled since he was 4. And
Oh, that seems to be working out.
not worked out of
This is the one time where I would rather my kid was over there at the, turn your kid trans, Black Lives Matter preschool than spend one day in the homeschool of the Rekieta household.
I'm home all day.
Oop, Honk is off the show. Uh-oh. I wonder where'd Honk go?
Was exceed
Just send him DM, but no answer. So
okay, well maybe he's checking something.
Well, Nick, would you say your 17-year-old knows that drugs are bad, right? Considering you said you spend time with him all the time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
and our kids had no idea that there was any drugs. They told that to the county. They never saw any. They were never around any. They never saw us intoxicated or acting strange in any way. I know. Again, there's
Really? They didn't have the internet? Because we all saw it.
and
Release the
I didn't
footage.
know
We
the kids
saw
were
the
gonna be interviewed
floors
by the county ever in their lives. I
Prove
didn't
you were
expect
not
them to
lying
give
by
those answers,
showing
and all
the body
5 of them
cam.
gave the
Yeah.
exact same answers. They'd never seen it. They had. They didn't even know what it would look like if mom and dad were intoxicated because they've never seen us acting out of character.
They're just gonna let him lie.
Function.
They're
Because
just
we're
gonna
not dumb,
let him get
right?
away
Like,
with this.
The whole thing is
so pathetic.
These all these stories assume that we're fucking insane or retarded. Like and it's like we're not either of those things. Maybe made some bad decisions.
I'm not retarded. I'm smarter than drugs.
To be your kids anyway, right? Because you want to do them yourself, right? Like,
I don't know why
I sent a
anyone would
DM to the other guy too that was on the show. Rochi.
Is that this guy, the British guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Rochi. Yuck.
with his homework and his chores, then you wanted to give him a booster so that they could do better. Well, hey.
No.
Dave Sarah, our buddy that comes on our show all the time, he says he has ADHD and doing cocaine actually helps him. It settles him down.
Yeah, actually, it's good for you.
Hey, all jokes. No kids do drugs. No.
So Aaron tells a story about me. Like he says that this is evidence that I dosed my daughter, which is insane. He says that I tell a story about how cocaine works in people with ADHD's brain. And that story
He's not reading these super chats. Nick is shredding his house's privacy by showing those photos. Hi, Nicky boy. Says Keanu. That was Keanu with the super chat.
Know anyone with it who takes cocaine?
Friend of the show.
They don't react the same way. They don't like juice up like normal. They'll stay awake and they'll get the same things where it like helps with alcohol and stuff, but they don't get like amped. They just kind of get they get a little bit more calm, and it's like Ritalin or Adderall in that way. And so,
Right.
I had talked to Aaron about that, but I wasn't making any particular point about cocaine at the time. I was actually talking about prescription stimulants because I have prescription stimulants. I have also narcolepsy. I have ADHD. So,
I have any
taking
excuse to
those
do drugs.
medications.
Apparently,
I was talking about why
guys,
they don't make.
I'm getting word now. Mama K is confirming the footage I played is real.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Confirmed.
Wow.
No, I do. I have a prescription for
Okay.
Adderall, but it's very low dose. It's 10 milligrams, and I take like one a day. That's my
tons of people take Adderall without a prescription. I figured maybe
Yeah.
you've had some of those laying around at some point. Whatever. You've tried lots of drugs. The ketamine.
Here's my
Pix and,
Adderall. But
yeah,
it's
fair enough.
empty. I've got a refill upstairs, but yeah, it's 10 milligrams quick release Adderall.
Type in chat, Mama K, confirmed
because
footage.
I don't really like Adderall and I don't really like Ritalin. I take Provigil for my main narcolepsy treatment. And
Sorry, now I've got to cut you off there. You don't like Adderall, but you're still taking it.
well, I don't find Adderall fun. I take Adderall because there are times when even with Provigil, like my narcolepsy will hit and I need to like be awake to drive.
Lenny, does any of this make sense? You're a narcoleptic. Does what he's saying make sense here?
All right.
To move on with.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So does he claim he has type 1 or type 2 narcolepsy?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know what he's claiming. Here's what he claims. He claims the drugs are good.
Well, I mean, the one thing that he keeps saying, Provigil, I also take that for my type 2 narcolepsy, which I believe is probably the kind he has.
That's the one made
seeing
of
as
poop,
he,
right?
Didn't mean to do it on my channel.
Yes.
But I just need like it.
Okay. Still. Sorry, they put up a super chat. I wanted to see what that was. I'm listening.
So yeah, you do get sleepy, but you don't just. Provigil isn't one that you're supposed to take like as you need it. You're supposed to take it every day consistently. And my doctor has yelled at me for not doing that. And I've just recently got back on doing that, and it's a completely different world.
Good good point.
Taking it.
He should do drugs more often and daily. You're right.
Well, the prescribed one, Provigil.
You know these prescriptions aren't fucking real, man. He's paying some doctor to give him whatever he wants.
It's a controlled substance, so I had to take a drug test to get it. I failed, but I still got it. But
thank you.
I imagine if you failed,
there you go. So
that they did off of the phone calls that they recorded.
Okay, so they recorded him in secret. Well, it really depends on where.
Now they're talking about the Dabbleverse.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Squad.
You're just asking him about. You're getting him to lawyer the Dabbleverse for you while he's here. Jesus Christ, man! Have they ever had a show that people watch that didn't involve me getting them views? Honestly. Sorry, I gotta reload it here.
In secret. And then Shuley and Carl.
Do not
from
do that poll.
WATP and the Shuley Network. they released those,
Also,
but they
hit dislike
monetized
on
it
that
like they do
video.
a
And give it
live
a
content
dislike.
house stream.
Actually, don't interact with it other than the chat.
The question then for their liability comes into if they.
Okay, you know what? We don't care. These guys are too pathetic. They're too fucking whipped. You know, this whole sweeping it up thing is so gay, but there's no better term. You're watching it in real time. This is so pathetic. I know everything I need to know now. Nick's response to Jesse has the real fucking footage. We've seen it. You're lying is, okay, and I'm going to sue. So it sounds like I've got the real fucking thing. I don't know how else to take that.
By someone else who did it, then
that's exactly how it was. Yeah,
and
she
yeah.
did the recording and then just handed it off later. So that's how it worked.
Yeah, there's a Supreme Court case on. I don't remember.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here, I need everybody to do this. You're not special, okay? Nobody's special. Nobody's the guy that needs to do his own thing. Every single person right now, tune out of BYB. If you've got it open in another tab or something, get out of there instantly. Let's watch that number instantly drop down to the lowest we can possibly get it. Get everybody out of there because he's at such low numbers that's going to hurt the reach of this stream. Get out of that chat. Why do I keep seeing you? Infinite Hypercube Digital Litter Graveyard.
Get
Stop
out.
chatting. Goldfold. Stop chatting. John Waters. Stop chatting. Somebody says send Keanu the link.
It's funny when you read back. Like, so I read this article several months ago.
Get out of there. Well, you can watch on my stream. Mike's comedy edits. What are you doing? Get out.
They autopsied these.
Everybody tune out of his
remains,
thing.
Or like preserved remains. Holy Jesus. These preserved remains in Europe. And they found out that cocaine had actually made it to Portugal and Spain.
Everybody out. You don't need to say goodbye. Just leave. I'm trying to get it to all go at once. Huge chunk of people gone in the middle of a Nick Rekieta interview. How funny is that? We've like maintained the same viewership for this whole episode. I don't have Nick Rekieta on. Okay? These guys are losing everything while he's on. He's the fucking man of the hour, remember? Mr. Cum, they call him.
Yeah, they were chewing on the cocoa leaves forever.
So they're just putting the thing on screen saying send Keanu the link and not actually reading it.
And like get this
they're just
get this going, this
ignoring
magic
it.
plant. And
Magic
so
plant.
Decline host. What are you doing? Get out of there. Out of the chat. And stop staying there to tell other people to get out of the chat. Get out of the chat. What is wrong with you people?
Christ.
Holy citizen
Dear
fucking M retard. Going to go watch my man PODAWFUL. Sorry. Get out of there.
Hey, Gary was scanned $2. I have a picture of Kayla too. No, you don't.
Nice.
You erased it. We all know you said you erased it. So actually you
I have that picture, by the way.
just immediately, unless you're telling fibs, you
Nice.
know.
Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?
What the fuck? Did that happen? That's crazy.
Not
Anna
necessarily.
Kasparian being interested in this was the nuttiest thing.
All right,
Like-
we're almost back down to pre-PODAWFUL numbers. We've still got like 8 to 10 people hanging in there.
See the picture of you that I
We've got a yay number going on, 88.
and
That's hilarious.
here, let's see. Here
The chat has completely died.
Be a good Coke user, Jacob
Oh.
Ryan S. Thank you, big dog.
Yes, I can. I can't do any. But
No one with a platform wants to associate with you. That's why you're here, Nick. Someone says Baldo seething. Guys, get out of there.
good to
You're not
go.
doing anything.
and I make a lot of jokes, but like since at first I was really pissed off about what probation was going to be like and stuff, but like once I actually got sober,
You are not sober. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and extend it to this. I'm not even going to watch this anymore. I'm going to extend it to this. You're not sober even if you stop doing all the illegal drugs, but you stay doing your prescribed ones. Okay? That's not sober. You're still a drug addict. That's cheating. You're using that to cheat specifically. You got prescriptions. That is not allowed. If you want to be sober, I don't give a shit if you take heart medication. You can't live without it. Sorry. You don't get to have it anymore. Oh, you have diabetes? You need insulin? Okay, sounds like somebody's a little too used to needles to me. Junkie. LOL win. Get out of the chat. Yeah, everybody's out. Listen, we're done with it. Everything has been proven. Ladies and gentlemen, PODAWFUL won.
PODAWFUL won.
Okay.
PODAWFUL won.
It's too easy. It's honestly too easy. I don't even know where to take it from here. I think that's it. I think it's over. I think we're done. Lenny confirmed addict. Someone said, well, he's also, doing other drugs too. So I don't think that's even.
No, I do one drug that isn't prescribed, and I do
right. That's
one
other
that
drug.
Is. No, you said other drugs.
Okay, what do you do?
I smoke weed.
And how do you do it?
What do you mean?
Do you vape it? How do you do it?
I inject it intravenously.
No, seriously.
Most times I vape it, yeah.
Most times, but you sometimes do it a different way.
Yeah, sometimes I smoke it if I don't have time to fucking do the little vaporizer thing.
That's drugs. That's multiple drugs. Vape and joint. That's drugs. Sorry. So
if it was shatter or bones, as we call it, I would agree with you.
Drugs.
That is a completely different thing, and that shit is bad.
You don't drink.
Ever touch that shit.
You don't drink.
I drink on occasion.
That's drugs.
Okay. Yeah, I drink coffee as well. That's
you smoke
drugs.
Cigarettes?
I vape nicotine. That's drugs.
Damn, our list keeps growing. It's as if I was right. Okay, well, anyway, that's the show, everybody. PODAWFUL, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my stoned on the job henchman, apparently, for
I am
doing
not.
It. Well, Chris is, though.
I wait until after the
Chris
show.
is enough for everybody.
No.
Thank you to the person who sent me the now confirmed real body cam footage. And let's watch the cope begin, shall we? Let's see. Spread it out there far and wide. It's all on the fucking screen. Get it out there. Let's see what he has to say about all this. Till next time, join that pizza fun, PODAWFUL.pizza, and have an awful day. Bye, everybody. Bye.
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 I got excited, very excited to see all of this.